Hey guys, I put it on there twice. I was trying to give people a chance to come in. I know I do these like last minute, but that's just because I don't want to set it and then not make it on time. So that's why I kind of do it like that. Yes, LM Spark, it's good to meet you. And Joy. Okay, so we're gonna do things a little bit different tonight. I'll explain when more people come in. Hello, hello. Oh, thank you so much, LM. Hi, we got a lot of new people. That's awesome. It's okay. Good. Hello, DM. How are you? Yep, hit the like button, please, as you come in. Yeah, I need to go back over my Michael Vaughn reading because I don't remember what I got for him. I know I got River and Border, which it looks like the house is really close, and there's some fields behind that area. But I need to go back through and see if I got anything more specific on that. So I'm gonna have to go back and listen. If that's the right spot, we'll have to see. Yep. So I know I feel bad. I got a hold of I did the one for Trinity a little too late, but I had a lot going on yesterday. I was actually gonna come live yesterday, and it just didn't happen, unfortunately. So hello, Lynn. I haven't seen you here in a while, you know. Hello, Cassie. I guess because it's the weekend, we're gonna have some new people here, huh? I'm just giving everybody a chance to come in. I'm checking out my things I may have missed. I try to reply to everybody, which I know one day I probably won't be able to do that anymore, but I try to do it now because that's just the way I am. Hi. No, this isn't going to be about him. I just have to wait and see if they're gonna find him or not. I can understand though if he is there why I was getting what I was getting. If you know, the river and the literal border is right there. And there's fields right behind that house. Well, on the other side. So I don't know. I have to go back and listen because honestly, I don't remember anything that I got on him. I don't remember my reading, so I have to go back. That's like the only things I remember for it. So oh, that's okay. Hey, business is always good when you're busy with your business, you know what I mean? Yeah, well, actually, we got 20 in here so far for the weekend. That's not bad. My live readings are starting to get more people, which is really good. So, and I probably won't even get to everybody. Oh, I got to message that one lady and tell her I'm on because I owe her a reading. We went ahead and set a reading for her, but excuse you, Rose. But let me see. Hey, I understand. I wish I could have my hair done. I'd like to do like rainbow colors or something. Yeah, I heard about that. There everything that is in my I have playlists for everything. I just have to go through my readings. It was a live, so look under the lives. Oh yeah, she's very talkative. That's Rose. She's very, very talkative, that one. She's a Siamese, that's why she's so talkative. Yeah, Rose is my moderator here. She's talks enough to be moderator. You're welcome. I did it a while ago. Like I said, I don't remember what I got. I remember I got the river and the border, which is like right there. And I know I kept picking up fields. I could have swore he was on a farm because of all the fields I was picking up, but that might just be what's around. I don't know. We'll have to see. Yep, it is a lot to keep up. I know. That's why I don't have it. But I would love to have either two tones or rainbow or something like that. I saw a girl that had she had black and pink. That was really cute. And I saw a girl that had like a violet color on top and then this bluish green on the bottom. And that was pretty cute too. I see a lot of cool hairstyles on TikTok, like hair colors. I don't like the boring regular color. I would love to have, I don't know why. I never used to be like that. I kind of changed in the last 10 years and I'm like all about the bright colors. I'd rather have pink or something like that. Purple, rainbow, whatever. So too bad you're not by me. We would exchange reading for hair. Unfortunately, I can't afford a salon, so I cut my own hair and dye my own hair, and that's why it never looks right. Yeah, my wife's gonna keep doing this because my heater does that for some reason. Oh, there's a cricket right there. Good luck for us. That is a weird looking one. I'm surprised my cats aren't trying to get it. I am in Arizona. Hold on, let me show you guys this cricket. Can you guys see it? Where my weird looking cricket, huh? It's like clear or white or something. I don't know, weird. Never seen one like that. Yeah, it is. I used to bleach my hair. There's pictures of where I've bleached it and I've done the two tones and stuff like that. It's a pain in the butt to keep it up. So I'll explain about the readings in just a second. I'm just gonna try to clear really quick while I'm talking to you guys, and then we'll go through what I'm offering tonight. It's gonna be a little different than what I normally do. Hello. Rewatch the reading with dad and sister. How are you? Good to see you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Copper. That's very sweet. My son is going to be coming on the 20th. So that's going to be interesting. I haven't seen him since July. So when I do lives, hopefully, he doesn't make things too loud. Because I'll still have to work when he's here, unfortunately. I don't get any time off. It's one of those survivals. Oh, I'm sorry. It's been rough, Crimzilla. I'm sorry. Yeah, that'll be nice. I just have to make the money to feed him. Him and his girlfriend are both coming. I love her like a daughter, though. But yeah, I barely feed myself, so. Actually, I'm not. I didn't take a shower. If I would have taken a shower, we'd been on here a lot later than I am now. I've been drinking. I drink this stuff. It's got. Don't go after the cricket, Rose. Leave the cricket alone. I drink this stuff. It's got a bunch of vitamins in it, electrolytes, and helps with energy levels because my energy sucks. It's probably because I don't eat right, but oh, that's probably the pink light. Yeah, she does have. I think she has abilities. She said that she dreamed of my dog before she ever came here. She kept asking Eli if I had a white dog. Eli's like, no, and which she's dumb because Zook is white. Also, the dog outside is white, but it was about Zook. Zook acts like he's known her forever. It's so weird. Like he is so obsessed with her. He will lay wherever she is. He goes crazy when he sees her. I've never seen him act like that. He doesn't even act like that with me. And he's white. So yeah, I think she has some abilities. Hers seem to be more dreams though. She likes going to haunted places. She's a lot like me. She loves animals. So I always share with her about the animals because Eli doesn't care. So she's like another daughter to me. Oh. Oh, cool. Awesome. Crimezilla. That sounds good. I need to tell Tammy I'm live. I don't think I did. She doesn't get notifications for some reason. I don't know why. Hello, Sharon. So it's your favorite late night psychic medium. Doing readings here. Yeah, it's kind of cold outside here, but not bad. Not bad. It's been about 70s during the day. So I was in shorts today, but it got cold real quick, and as soon as it got later. Okay, so what I'm going to do tonight is something a little different. So if you want a full-on reading, mediumship or intuitive, it's $25 and up for donations. You just keep in mind my time and energy when you do a donation, because my readings end up being kind of long. I'm trying to work to get them shorter, but the problem is I never cut off spirit. So, and I always want to make sure people have a lot of validation when I give readings. So my readings aren't cheap. I mean, they're not like a few things and then I let you go. Because I've seen people that do readings on TikTok and they charge like $25 to give you two things and then they stop. Like, that's not how I do it. I give like a full-blown reading. So with $25 you get like about 3 questions for intuitive guidance, or you could a mediumship read, one or the other. But I'm also offering tonight for $10 donation you can have one question. So if you have one question that you want answered, it's $10. If you want a full-on reading, it's $25 and up. Whatever you want to donate, $25 and up. So that's how my readings go. I will put a link here. Actually, I need to. Yeah, hold on. I'll put all the stuff up in just 1 second. I've been forgetting to do that lately. So when you send it, let me know that you sent it. So that I can put you on a list. I'll start a list. I don't know how many I'm gonna get to tonight. If you have to leave for any reason, please tell me you are leaving, and please contact me through email, and we will set up a reading either for another live or on my Facebook or Instagram or something. I need to go get a pen. Wait, maybe this one will be okay. My dogs have chewed up my pens. So if you need to leave for any reason and I do not get to you, or if I run out of energy and we end up not doing the reading, please get a hold of me and we will schedule it for the next live that I have, or we will do it privately. Make sense? So if you want a mediumship reading, I prefer to have a picture to work with. That is the best way that I connect. The second I can connect to a name, but it's just not as strong. Thirdly, I mean, if you want to just see who's ever there, it gets a little confusing because they all come through at once and we don't know who's who, and it can be a little hard. PayPal link is right there on my screen. The pictures can be sent to me on Facebook, Instagram, or on the psychicsleuth@gmail.com for your mediumship readings. Intuitive guidance, I run off of questions. So again, if you want just one question, you can do the $10 one. If you want a full anything more than that, it's $25 and up. Makes sense? I wanted to try to make it I need to pin that. I wanted to try to make it so that in case everybody just had one question, the way that we do it is you will send your donation. You will tell me you sent it. I will check it, make sure I received it. I will put you on a list. We will go through the list one at a time. And that's how we will do it. You will click the link and come onto StreamYard. You do not have to show your face. You can just do your voice if you want to. That way, it's better for the people that are watching instead of reading the chat. Okay? If you want it privately, just get a hold of me through email, Facebook, or Instagram, and we will schedule something. I do my private ones through Messenger, and the reason why I do that is so that you can keep your reading because I have no way to record it, and I get the fastest information that way. Like, it comes through faster, so you get more for your time, and there's no distractions depending on what time of the day we do it. I've got animals, you've got people, you know what I mean? That's just the way I prefer to do it. That's the way I've always done it. I really need to figure out a way to record like readings for people that don't want to do that. But so far, everybody likes to do it that way. So let me, I was going to post that link. Let me put that link. I need to pin it because I can only do it from there. For some reason, I can't breathe all of a sudden. Hold on. Let me turn off. I turned it off, but it still is making noises. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so I did pin that to the top. Right. It is a beautiful reference because you can go back and read it. I really love that. A lot of people don't think that they would, but I mean, I haven't had anybody complain about it because they don't really lose it. It's always in their messenger. They can screenshot it, keep it in pictures. They can copy it, paste it to a document, rereading it. Kind of like reading a book sometimes. I don't know. All my clients seem to like it, and I like it that way. So as far as what you can ask me about, you can ask me about basically anything, except for I do disclaimers. Okay, so if it's anything medical, I am not a doctor. I cannot diagnose. Spirit will only give things that you can check. But I am not held liable for that. All right. So Spirit will give things that maybe the doctor needs to check or things you need to do to fix things and feel better, things like that. But that's how my medical legal is the same way. I'm not a lawyer. I can't really give you legal advice. I really don't do a lot of legal reasons or readings. Pregnancy and stuff, I do those. I'm actually really good at those. It's like a specialty of mine. For some reason, Spirit loves to predict genders and pregnancies for me. And again, disclaimer on that, like, you have the free will on if you're going to do the things to get you pregnant. I can just give you guys what Spirit gives me. So basically, you can ask any questions that you want. but I will explain 1 second how I work to keep in mind. So are you, let's see, the one that just sent me Freckle Joy, I think, are you the one that sent me the PayPal? I need you to click that link. Okay, and I'll need, it's either your voice, you don't have to do video, you can just do your voice, but it helps people that are watching so that they're not having to watch the chat, and I'm not having to watch the chat. It just works better. You get a better reading that way. So you'll click the link and you'll come on the backstage. So the way that this works is for intuitive guidance, I do have to remind you, I do get past. Okay, so for both kinds of readings, intuitive guidance and mediumship, I get past, present, and future. Things can be symbolic or have multiple meanings. Spirit will sometimes use my references and or experiences or how I relate to something to try to explain what they are trying to say. So when it comes to intuitive guidance, remember that those are about possibilities. Nothing is set in stone. Okay, so you have the free will to make your changes in your life, and everybody else has the free will, especially when it comes to relationship. There's free will of 2 people involved. So keep that in mind. Okay, just because I say it does not mean it's going to happen. It does not mean it's set in stone, although a lot of my predictions do come true. Okay. So I do have to tell you that about the intuitive guidance. Now, when it comes to mediumship, it's the same thing: past, present, future, symbolic, multiple meanings. Spirit will often use my references, experiences, how I relate to something to try to explain what they're trying to say. As I get information, I need to say yes and how it makes sense, if it does make sense. If it doesn't make sense, please just hang on to it, as it may make sense later on. I'll sometimes bring up people that are with them or people that are still on this side in order to talk about them. So, I'm glad to have you here, Copper. How often do I do these? Whenever I can. Let's just say that. But like I said, it's $10 for one question and then 25 and up for a regular reading. I do prefer a picture for mediumship. It just allows me to connect better. I can usually connect with the name. The connection just doesn't feel as strong. But I've done it. I mean, that's something I've worked on. I'll put it like that. So let me write down real quick. Okay, so Unseen Wonder, you're number 2. I got, hold on, Freckle Joy. Are you the one that just sent it? Right? That's who Christine is, right? Okay, so Freckle Joy. 20. And I don't know why my heater does that with my light. It's really weird. Guys, quit hissing at that baby through the door. NDRER. Okay. So I kind of do these whenever I can. I'll probably be doing them as much as I can because I have a lot of things I need to take care of. Okay, so Andy. Okay, and I don't want to get too far ahead, guys, okay? Because I can only do so many of these in a night. So we're just going to go and see how we, like, if you have to leave, tell me you have to leave, and we will make sure that you get a hold of me via email. We'll set something up, or we'll do another live for you or something like that. Okay. So if you do have to leave, or for some reason I get really drained and I'm like, I just can't do anymore, you will get your reading. I promise you that. I never dupe anybody. So just make sure you get a hold of me. It is your responsibility to get a hold of me because I do not have your information, but you have mine. Okay. Because I've been dealing that with somebody, been trying to get her to contact me the way I asked to, and she just hasn't done it, and that's not my fault. So just make sure you guys do that, okay? Okay. You're Andrea. I'm guessing you're Sabrina Wilson. Okay. And you, oh, fudge sticks. Okay. Okay. All right. So these looks like they're probably going to be 3 mediumship readings. Like I said, it takes a lot of energy, so hopefully I get through all these. Okay. So after you've sent your donation, click that link that I've put in the top. I'll put it again. And get in the backstage and wait. That's the best way to do it. There's also a private chat back there. Like if you have to go or something, you can just tell me. So the best thing to do is click that link. Again, you do not have to show your face. Hi Grammy. But just make sure you get in the backstage. So I'll need Unseen to get in the backstage and S. Wilson get in the backstage. I've got your guys' donations. So get back there so that we can I can go one bang bang bang. Okay. All right. You sent a picture in Messenger. Okay, let me check Christine real quick. Thank you for telling me that because I need to go and check. What Messenger? Facebook Messenger? I don't see it. I'm freaking cannot find. I don't have a message from you, Christine. Okay, I'm gonna bring you on, then we'll try to find it. I can't find it. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Hello. I look like
I'm
a mess.
looking for your picture because I don't see it.
I sent it to the
I have
psychic.
a messenger. I don't see I have a message from anybody.
Would it be in your messages from people that aren't your friends?
I looked.
Is it the Psychic Sleuth? I sent it to the Psychic Sleuth podcast. Or you want me to do the Spirit Foot, whatever?
If you can send it to I'll send it here in chat. I should my regular profile should show up whenever you put the Psychic Sleuth, though. It does whenever I do it.
Okay, hold on, let me look again.
Because for some reason, when I go into my thing for the Psychic Sleuth podcast, it kicks me out. It's the weirdest freaking thing.
So is it just the regular one, just without
so if
without
you can
podcast?
Yeah, if you I just sent you in the private chat my name. If you look me up there, it'll say it on the.
Oh, okay, I think I have you anyways because you've done a reading for me before.
Oh.
Back in the day, you were like scary accurate. It was cool.
I don't remember.
I'm the one that got the boobies.
Girl, how long ago was that? Because I don't.
That was like during COVID.
Okay.
I got you here. I think I see it right now. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Oh, God. Yeah. I'm doing it right this second. Hold on.
Did we do intuitive guidance or did we do mediumship?
We did it was a long time ago.
Oh.
I just sent it to you. I think we did mediumship because you told me that I was going to move to Georgia for religious reasons and I couldn't figure that out. And then my brother moved to Georgia because his wife joined a cult.
Oh my God. I told you that?
Yeah, you did.
I don't remember that. That's crazy. So it was your brother.
And I didn't even understand it because I'm the least religious person in the world. And then like 6-8 months later, my brother's wife was like, "We're moving to Georgia." And I was like, "What?"
So it was them, not you.
Yeah, you brought in my brother.
Oh. Your brother passed or here?
No, he's here, but he's married and he's just weird. And his wife is even weirder. And she joined some weird cult and she wanted to move to Georgia to be closer to his to the leader of the cult. It's not a cult. It's just very religious people.
Right. All that I can't believe I told you that and it happened.
I know. Me neither. I was just as surprised as you are.
Yeah. I get surprised. Honestly, people would think that I wouldn't get surprised, but I do. I get so surprised when stuff that I actually tell people happens, especially pregnancies.
Oh, let's hope you don't call that, because that chapter is closed.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I get it for in the family too, but
okay. Yeah, obviously you have a link with my family, so
yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, that's funny. I need you never told me that before. You should have messaged me and told me.
I'm going through like school and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. I always like to hear people's validations because it validates a lot for me. So, okay. So did you send that?
Yeah, I did. It's under the name that you sent me.
Okay. I should have a message request now, and I don't. What the heck is going on?
I know I'm doing it right. I'm smart. I promise.
Does it say Psychic Sleuth on that? Because I have an old profile.
Yeah.
It does say it on my profile. It's a picture of me and my dog. Okay.
Yeah.
Why is it not?
It's from Christine B.
I literally don't have any messages. What the fuck?
I promise you I sent it.
I know, I believe you. I don't know.
Let me try it from here. Hold on.
I do have a million things opened on my phone. Let me try to close some and reopen Messenger and see. But no, I don't have any. I don't even have anything in my spam. I do from a bunch of crazy people, but and even in my Psychic Sleuth one, but I don't like to go in that because like it literally freezes my phone. It's so weird. I don't know why it does that, but it freezes my phone. You can email it too if you want to, but for some reason I don't have a message from you. It's weird.
Check. What's your email?
thepsychicsleuth.com.
thepsychicsleuth@gmail.
Yeah. How weird though. I don't have anything from you.
I promise you I sent that.
I know, I believe you. I don't know. It's weird.
Psychic is PSYCHIC. Yeah.
Yes. You had me second guessing on how to spell.
I know. I do that to myself. Don't worry, I do that to lots of people.
PSYCHIC, yes.
Hold on, I'm doing
it. I could send you a link to my profile just to make
I'm
sure
doing
you
it
got
now.
that because
I've got the attachment. I have pulled the attachment up. So here, it's loading up now. Okay. It's loading. Please wait until the attachment finishes uploading. I'm sorry.
Here, try that. See if that works.
It just... Okay, I just sent it too.
Okay. I did check the request messages. It's not there. I don't know. It's weird.
Okay.
Someone told me to check that. I'm like,
check your email.
Okay. I will check my email.
It's going through right now. I can see it. Sorry. I'm usually pretty internet savvy.
It might be sometimes, and like right now I opened it and it's not there. So I'll go to my other emails, and sometimes when I go back in, it'll be there. It's weird. Okay.
Okay, it just went through. Did you get it?
Nope.
Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Can you see my profile picture?
There, now I got it. See, okay, sometimes if I go out and I go to all my other emails and I come back, it's there.
Okay.
Okay, so are you doing a mediumship? Is this a picture of your loved one?
No, this is me. That's me.
Okay, I need a picture of your loved one. Because I'm connecting to them, not you.
I know. Okay, so
I'll get a bunch of stuff about you.
Wait, no, I don't want mediumship. I just want you to tell me whether or not I need to do mediumship.
Okay, so mediumship is deceased loved one. Intuitive guidance, I think, is what we did before.
Let's do that one.
Okay, so that one's off of questions. Sometimes I do use a picture if I'm struggling a little bit, but I usually don't. So we do about 3 questions. Let me see how much I'm doing. Yeah, we'll do about 3 questions. Okay. And remember, it's about possibilities, and you have the free will to make your changes, yada yada yada. There we go. Okay, so 1 question at a time. I'll tell you what I get. I'll channel what I'll get. We'll talk about it if we need to. Move on to the next question.
Okay.
Gotcha?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm supposed to
That's
go.
my fault. I thought we were doing mediumship.
No, it's my fault too. I'm not very clear. I kind of have 3 brain cells left. They're all fighting each other at this point.
I feel like that sometimes.
So I'm supposed to go to Van Horn, Texas for a Border Patrol medical rotation. And I'm like kind of nervous about it. And I just want to know, like, is that going to go well? Is it going to lead into other jobs like that? Or am I going to get there and be like, oh, hell no, I'm done with this?
So I have to tell you, it's not going to be easy. It feels like it's going to be a challenge, and kind of a bigger challenge than maybe what you're used to. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. But that's good because challenges grow us, right? They help us to grow.
Yeah.
So I feel like we always end up where we're supposed to be, and we always go to where we're supposed to be. So the fact that you're having this opportunity is for a reason.
Okay.
And I feel
like,
like
because it did just come up like really weirdly, oddly, like out of the blue, like, hey, you want to go to Texas? Like,
right. So there's never an accident when things like this come in. It always gets very it's very fated usually with stuff like this. So although we might be scared and we might think that it's going to be a little tough for us, we just have to trust and go with it, because I'm telling you, you're on this path for a reason. So again, it's going to be challenging, but with challenge comes growth. Like nothing worth anything was ever easy, right? So it's one of those things where you're just going to have to stick with it, because I feel like you have a problem sticking with things, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
So you're going to have to stick with it and stick it out. It's one of those things that if you do stick with it and stick it out, I feel like it'll expand for you, because they talk about expansion, then they talk about not only growing as a person and growing within your work, but also expanding into, I don't know, do you guys, I don't know how it works, but do you guys have like different ranks?
So within DHS they do. I'm a contracted traveler, so I don't have a rank. I'm just there to perform what my certificate is. You know what I mean? I'm probably going to be out in the field doing a lot of medic type stuff.
Okay, so then not ranks, but do you guys have like what is it called? When you kind of level up in the area that you're in?
Yeah.
Like, is that
like
possible?
seniority. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay, because that's probably why I was getting ranked, because with ranks comes seniority. That makes sense. So I feel like if you stick with this, it's gonna grow you in a lot of different ways.
Okay.
So it's gonna grow you personally. It's gonna like I said, it's gonna be challenging, but in a good way. So it's gonna challenge you the way that you need to be challenged, and you're in this part of your life for a reason. It's not an accident. Okay, just like I'm in this part of my life for my reason right here, right now. Okay, so it's the same thing. So we always end up where we're supposed to be, and I feel like you have a lot of fear around it, because there's always a fear of the unknown, right? We always have that fear of, and we always think negatively. We're always sitting there like, well, what if it doesn't work? What if I go through all this and blah blah blah? But you got to start thinking more positive, because our thoughts actually create, and our thoughts have a lot to do with things.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you come off as like you think negatively sometimes about this kind of stuff, but that's a human trait. And it's more like you question it a lot. And like I said, I feel like you have a problem with sticking things through, which I do too. I never stuck anything through until this. But it's like once we get to our life calling, we kind of stick it through. And your life calling is to be medical. I feel like you've done this in a past life where you've done medical stuff before. That's just they show me actually, I don't know why this is coming in, but they show me you taking care of war vets at one point.
I've had dreams like that. That's weird that you say that, because I have had dreams like that where it's this, when I smell smells in my sleep, I have dreams about, yeah, stupid stuff like that. So,
Well, I'm getting chills in my head with that, so that's confirmation
okay.
that you've actually took care of war vets
Okay.
at one point. So it's that's why you're kind of redoing this again, because it's just kind of part of your soul
Okay.
to take care of people. You have that kind of heart, and sometimes I feel like it gets draining and exhausting with you because you're empathic. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I do take on a lot of,
Um,
yeah,
so
of
you're
what's going.
taking on the energies and stuff that are around you. There's certain stones that you can wear that will help with that,
Okay.
blocking the energies. You can, I mean, you can just Google the best ones for empaths, I think would be the best way to
Okay.
do it, because there's a lot of different ones.
Okay.
And yeah, I think this is it's gonna, I get ranks, but I know you don't have ranks, so it's just a way of telling me that you'll level up to seniority
Okay.
with it.
Well, the goal is to do 3 United States contracts so that I can get up to an international contract and be gone for a year.
See, that might come back to, would you end up working around soldiers at any point if you go internationally?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Because the company that I'm signed up with only does government contracts.
Okay, because it's that's another reason that's coming. Now I understand that vision of you taking care of the military personnel.
Yeah, the ultimate goal is hopefully things will be calmed down in Ukraine by then. But the ultimate goal is Eastern Europe. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So that's why that was coming in, because you've done it before and you're on your way to doing it again. Does that make sense?
That's awesome, though. I'm totally stoked
Yeah.
about that.
Well, because I was seeing that. I was seeing you working with military personnel.
Okay.
But the weird way I was seeing that was like you were taking care of them in battlefield. So that's your past life. But it's like
Okay.
it's coming in again for you to be able to do, like, just because that's part of your soul. That's part of who you are. I don't know
Okay.
what it is with you and the military connection
I
that
was in
you
the
have.
military.
Okay.
I was in the Navy a long
Yeah,
time
I
ago,
was in the
but I was.
military too, but I didn't do active. But yeah, because I was like, I don't know what it is with you about the military, and you were in the Navy, so that's what it is. You've got, and it's so funny because you wouldn't believe what I'm drawing on here right now, like a bird.
Oh my God. My ultimate, because I did cross the equator. So my ultimate goal one day is to get my swallow tattoo.
You know
So.
this? Well, it's so weird because I was drawing this right here. You see that?
Uh-huh.
That's what I was drawing.
Jeez, that's
To me,
where.
that reminds me of those birds, but I don't know.
Yeah.
And that could be why I was picking up rank too, was your military stuff.
Yeah, probably. But I'm totally not a military type
No, you're
person.
not. But I think that's why. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I think that's why it was coming in as rank, because they were trying to tell me there's a military link. Not that you're going to go up in rank, you're going to go up in seniority, but that's how they were giving it to me, because of the military link to
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, I'm definitely have a very big military presence in like my entire family and life. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yep. That was crazy. That was crazy. I didn't expect
That is crazy. I have chills right now. Just so you know, I have total chills right now.
I didn't expect that, because I didn't expect that. I'm over here like, because they were showing me visions of like you taking care of like people in battle.
I've
Like
had
when
dreams, and you
like
want to know
way
what's
back.
really weird is, so there's this breathing hospital that used to be an old tuberculosis hospital, and they have this big like Clara Barton picture and stuff up there, and every time I go by it, just something weird grabs me. So I think that like there is a like war nurse thing in there somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's I think that's why I keep getting that, because I keep getting the war nurse with you. And I think it's just past life, but then it plays into this one just in a different way. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that makes a lot of sense too.
Yeah. Which
Because when I
totally,
went
because
in,
they're showing me that from a past life. Because I get past lives with people too sometimes. Sometimes it comes in a lot stronger than other, but especially if it has anything to do with this life, they'll show me the past life that it connects to.
When I was in Navy boot camp, it was really weird because sometimes the jargon and the routine and just everything is hard for some people when they're in boot camp. And I just grabbed it. Like I was just like top recruit, like I was always division leader, and it just came super natural for me. So I think that you're right with that. You know what I mean?
Yep. They're bringing it in really strong, and that's why I said I don't know what the military link is with you, but it comes in very strong around you, and I think that you've been connected to it in a few lives, but this one in particular that they're showing me where you're taking care of war vets, it plays into this life now. Like it's similar, it's not the same, but it's similar.
Okay. I have total chills right now. Oh my God.
And that's that swallow. That's funny because I was doing a bird. Like I can't draw a bird, so that's my bird.
Well, that's like my ultimate goal is to get my swallow, because when you're in the Navy and you cross the equator, you're allowed to get the swallow. It's a whole thing in the military. So you're allowed to get your swallow tattoo. And I've just been putting it off for years now.
Time not to put it off anymore, huh?
Yeah, I go. I should go get my swallow tattoo.
You definitely should, because they were showing. I mean, I can't draw an actual bird, but I draw like the like a bird like I was showing you how you see in the sky.
Yeah.
So it's just funny that was I was I was sitting here just doodling that. I do that sometimes, and I don't even know why I'm doodling it. But yeah. So hopefully that's good answer for your first question.
It is. I don't even. So okay, so I didn't even know what to ask for a second question, but I will ask this. I have a daughter. Her name is Emma, or I probably shouldn't say her name. She'll get mad at me. She is going through some sexual identity issues, and I may have been insensitive, and she has decided not to speak to me. It's been about 6 months, and is she like that? Is that going to be repaired? Is she going to come back?
Have you tried reaching out to her?
I have all the time. I'm her mother. I love her no matter what. I made a smart comment. I didn't think that it was as bad as it was. And so I guess it was bad. I didn't think it was bad. I didn't say it with the intention of hurting her, but you know how they are when they're 16. So she has not spoken to me since then. And I just worry that it's a forever thing, because I thought she'd be over it by now. But she's not. I'm still blocked on everything. I reach out to her every day, but I don't even think she sees the messages.
I mean, you know how women can be. We can be a little bit over emotional.
Yeah.
And sometimes when things cut us deep, they just cut us deep for a while. And I think the fact that she's also confused about it is adding to it. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't feel comfortable in her own skin. She's going through a lot of confusion herself.
Yeah.
And
she's going through that thing where she says she's non-binary. She doesn't know whether or not she's a boy or a girl.
Right.
And so she's very confused, yes.
And I can explain this in a spiritual stance if you want to know.
Yeah, I do. I'm trying so hard to understand it. It's so new to me.
So when we're on the other side and we come back and we have past lives, we come back as both sexes. Okay, so a lot of times we come back as a male, sometimes we come back as a female, like we experience both sexes. Okay, so sometimes when somebody is non-binary or can't realize what they are, or maybe they're born as a boy, but they gravitate more towards the girl, it's because they're a little confused because of those past lives. Like it's something that their soul held on to. Not only that, but sometimes it comes with the choices of going through the lessons that are connected to it. So a lot about the world right now is people becoming more open to respecting people as they are.
Yeah.
So part of her lessons, and I'm getting chills with this, but part of her lessons was to have the experience of this and everything that goes along with it.
Okay.
But not only that, I feel like she's had the same amount of lives as both sexes. And if you think about it, we are sexless on the other side. There
Yeah.
is no gender. There is no anything on the other side. We're pure light. And I'm getting chills with that as well. So I guess I'm preaching something very strong here because the chills are going through like crazy. But we are nothing but pure light on the other side.
Okay.
So we have to understand that somebody is their soul, somebody is their spirit. That they are not the gender.
Okay.
So that is why I feel like she's confused. Not only that, but again, she comes with the lessons of it, which can be a little confusing. Because because of the way that the world is everybody expects you to be one or the other.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help that religion acts like it's bad to be gay, or it's bad to be non-binary, or it's bad to be a transgender. Well, it's not.
I'm not religious, and
no,
I
I'm
am
just
pretty,
saying I'm saying how the world views it.
Yeah,
you know
and I'm pretty liberal. It just threw me through a loop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
No, and it would anybody.
Going on?
I'm just my point is I'm just saying that religion pushes that it's a bad thing, that it's a sin. You know what I mean? Not that
and
you
she
do.
goes to an all-girls private Catholic high school too, so
and that's why I'm picking up the religion.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why that came into my spiel here.
Yeah.
Was the religion. So that's where it's hard for her, because religion is teaching her one thing and she feels another, and she's confused.
Well, I think that's why she got so upset with me, is because her father is very Catholic and very conservative, and I'm her liberal mother, and I think she expected me to understand, and I made some flippant comment about it.
Which, sometimes we try to be funny, and like it's the way that we do our like humor, how do we deal with things can sometimes be like through humor. We might not think it might mean anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
But sometimes we just slip up because we're human, right?
Yeah.
I really think, honestly, that you should go try to visit her and have a talk with her.
Yeah.
Because they show me you getting to where she is and doing a face-to-face, and that is the only way you're going to get through to her. And after this talk with me, you'll be able to understand her more, and maybe you can explain it to her, and maybe she'll be able to understand herself a little bit more.
Okay. Okie dokie.
Because again, she needs to understand that we are both sexes.
Yeah.
Okay? Because again, there's no gender on the other side.
Yeah.
We all have a masculine and a feminine side to us.
For sure.
We are not all masculine and we are not all feminine. You know what I mean? We all have both sides to us, some more than others.
Yeah.
And so she just has kind of like a half and half, and that's why she can't tell.
Yeah.
Because she identifies with both. And it's because she's sensitive. And I think she's more sensitive to feeling both sides of her masculine and feminine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's why she's having a hard time with it. If I'm making sense.
No, that totally makes sense. And the women in my family have a lot of empathic, psychic type of energy, because that's my next question. But and I think she has that too. You know,
she does.
Okay.
She does. And I think a part of it is she's remembering who she is on a soul level.
Yeah.
Okay. She's remembering that she is not one or the other.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that totally makes sense. It really does. So, and then that was what I was going to ask you for the third question is, I've been like thinking, like, for the ancestors, the word ancestor keeps like popping into my head, and I keep like noticing it in the ethosphere, and I feel like one of my female ancestors is around me, like kind of like leaving signs and stuff, and I was wondering if you saw that and you knew who it was.
So the one reason why your ancestor that keeps coming up around you is because we all have the ancestors around us. Sometimes they work through us, they live their life here, they're full of wisdom. And sometimes we feel our ancestors are basically the same as guides. Okay. They can be the same, but they can be separate, because like our ancestors can be our guides, or we have guides that aren't our ancestors, but our ancestors are around it. If that makes sense. So you have this one in particular. She feels like an ancestor, but it's weird because I get like deep set wrinkles with her and dark hair, almost like a I don't know if it's Native American / like Mexican. Like I can't tell because
That's my grandmother.
It's so closely related. Does that make sense?
That's my grandmother.
Okay, she's got like deep set wrinkles and like darker hair.
She smoked a pack of Pall Malls a day for 80 years. She looked old and she was Mexican and Native American.
They're not old on the other side, but if you've got Native American with you, that's why you're feeling more ancestry. But so they're not old on the other side, but they show me how you would recognize them.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, she's showing me her like I said, she felt more Native American, and she's got these deep set wrinkles. She's around you a lot.
Yeah, I feel her. There's a lot of number stuff going on with her lately.
And it comes in with I don't know if this is something she did or where this comes, if this is the ancestry, because she takes me back to, I don't know if it's ancestry or past life or what it is, but I get a lot of pottery and making things. So I don't know exactly where that fits in at, but
she used to work at the Malibu tile place. She made clay tiles in Malibu back in the day when she moved out here from Mississippi. That's fucking weird. Oh my god.
So that makes sense. That she, like, I'm getting like pottery and things like that with her, like making stuff.
Yes.
Okay. So she's around you a lot because I feel like you guys are really similar, like gifted wise. And for some reason, it's almost like she
shadow people. She used to talk about the shadow people. She used to tell me, don't be afraid of the shadow people. But she was losing her mind, so I didn't know what that meant.
No, okay. So sometimes when people are losing their mind or on the verge of that, they are even more on the spirit side than on the physical plane. Therefore, they are seeing more on the spiritual side than the physical plane. Like they've got one leg here and one leg there. Makes sense?
Okay.
Yeah. But I still feel like it runs in your line because a lot with Native American and Native American heritage, it runs down the female line, it seems. I mean, yes, males can have it, but this seems like genetically.
Oh no, the men in our family are stupid. The women are
no, amazing. But I'm just saying sometimes it can pass through the male line. Like I've seen, gifted shamans and stuff like that are males, but mostly it seems to be women for whatever reason. Like you see way more women psychic mediums than you do men. Why? I don't know. I don't know if that's just we're more sensitive and we're more open to it because men are very close-minded. So that could be why.
Yeah.
But I mean, it feels like this is coming down your female line, and I get the word healer. So there's a healer genetic gift that runs on your female line is what she's saying.
Okay.
But also creativity, she says. So I don't know if you've been creative, but if not, she's wanting you to, because it'll put you in a meditative state. So even if you kind of suck at it, it's something that she wants you to try.
Okay.
Because she said even if she sucks at it, like
I'm not creative, so she knows her granddaughter.
Yeah. So that's why she's, even if you're like just painting like nothing, you know what I mean? But it'll put you like in a meditative state, and you should be able to connect to her more. She's showing me a crow.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding.
That is, oh my god. Okay, that's amazing. It's a long story, but holy shit. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Tell me how it makes sense, because you're sitting here freaking out on me, and now I need to know the story.
So my dad I don't have a very good relationship with her son, who is my father. Mm-hmm. He went to prison for drugs and stuff, but I did know him when I very first became like an adult. Mm-hmm. And I remember I went over to his house, and he had rescued this baby crow, and the only time I've ever seen my dad cry was the crow fell down and broke its neck, and he was like sitting on the porch with this little tiny crow in his hands, like with his mouth over it, trying to give it CPR, and he's like crying, and I had to be like, Dad, the crow is dead. And then now I live on a ranch in California, and we have these two crows that like are my friends, and I always call them owl owl because that little baby crow made owl owl noises, and they always show up at weird times and they fly away when everybody else walks up to the door, but they stay and just kind of check me out when I'm doing things in the yard. So it's just weird that you said crow, and it's just whenever I see them, for some reason, I think of my dad and like giving that little baby crow CPR. And then you just told me the crow, and I've been seeing them a lot lately and worried that they're getting too cold because it's windy and cold here. So it's just weird. I'm sorry.
No, it's not weird at all, actually. So crows remember people. I don't know if you know that they like remember people.
Uh-huh.
So that's one reason that they're hanging around. But I feel like that it's being sent to you by your ancestors. And I also feel that you have a crow guide. So I would look that up.
Okay.
It's there's good and bad that they say around crow, but I always go towards the good. Crow is not a bad thing. It has to do with death and rebirth, and magic, things like that. So that's just your validation about the crow.
Yeah. And I'm shopping for a new lamp for my bedroom on my desk. And I saw this lamp with a crow that was like holding a light bulb in its mouth by the string. And I almost got it. I want to get it. I wasn't sure whether or not to get it. And now I'm definitely getting it. So.
Yep. That's your validation. So, and the good thing is with you having a crow, like the good thing with having like animal guides that are crows is you can, like I said, like you're talking about, you can get this and you can how do you explain it? All of a sudden my mind went freaking blank. I hate when that happens. Spirit always does that to me. Anyways, you're talking about getting the stuff for the crow, and that will help you connect to the crow. So whenever we have animal guides, it's good to like get pictures and little like trinkets and things like that, and it kind of represents them, and it helps you connect to them as your guide, and it's like it's respectful of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So you're being sent. Your grandma's she's just validating. She's just validating that she's sending the crow.
Is it in the numbers too? Because there's been some weird number stuff going on lately. Is that her, or am I just being one of those weird people that sees numbers everywhere?
So numbers is a lot about it's about awakening. Okay? When we start getting awoke and when we start experiencing things in our lives, we'll start seeing repeating numbers. And there's always a message in there, usually from our guides. Our guides, that's how they communicate with us. Okay. So you'll get repeating numbers. You can go on Joanne Sacred. She has every single number and the reason behind it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I've been wondering.
There's way too much for me to remember any of them. But
and Joanne Sacred, is that the one that you recommend?
Yes.
Okay, because there's so many.
That's the one I recommend because she's the most in depth, and she does every single number.
Okay, cool.
Like I get the number thing too, but mine is my birthday and my birth time. I get that all the time. 212, I see it just about every day. 616 is my birth time. And I noticed that from what I understand, when you get anything related to your birthday, it means like you're on your path. Like you're where you're supposed to be. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And it's so weird because all that started happening this month where I started seeing it like that.
Yeah, it started for me really recently too. And I mean, I drive an ambulance and I see numbers and sequences everywhere, just in my PCRs and, addresses and stuff. And it's just been like really weird and creepy lately. And I was like, what is going on? So.
Yeah. And everything shifted for me like this month. So, the end of last month, I think it was. Whenever the thing came out about Delphi.
Oh, so that's right. Good job on that, by the way.
It was weird because it was like I was getting that for a few weeks before, and I was like, I told Shazam, I was like, why do I keep seeing this number over and over every day? Every day, every time it's 212, I see it. And it wasn't just that, it was prices on things was 212. freaking just, it was everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere I looked. And it was just crazy. So
mine has been 414 and 77, and then just weird number sequences.
Well, 7 is a very spiritual number. 7 is actually, that's my life path number. It's my favorite number, but 7 is the most spiritual number that there is.
Okay.
So doubling that, I can imagine, but I would look, it's on, if you Google Joanne Sacred.
Okay.
She has, and then she'll have like all the numbers, and you can pick the number, and then you can go read what it's about, and it'll explain it.
Okay. Well, that was amazing and wonderful. Thank you so much. I appreciate. I'm glad I got the first read, because you were on fire on that one.
You're welcome. Do you mind if we clip this, and then you can always download it off of YouTube if you want to?
That's awesome. Let's do that.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you very much. It's good to talk to you again. I guess it's been a while.
It has been a while, but it's good to talk to you. Good job on that Delphi stuff, by the way. You called it pretty good. Do you remember when you and I used to talk about the red trucks, though? I'm still wondering where the red truck comes into that.
I don't know if it's going to fit this case.
I know, maybe it's
I could have just been picking up another serial killer.
Well, here's the thing about that also, though, is one of the men, or one of the dudes that's mentioned in the transcripts, the KT dude, I'll send you the name in the chat. His dad owns a trucking company that only has one truck. No, KT. Titus. And his dad owns a trucking company that's right there by where Keegan lives, and it's only one truck, and it's a red truck. You can see it parked in his driveway.
That's probably it then.
Yeah,
sometimes
he's mentioned he's the kid that he keeps saying, he's the big drug dealer. I don't want you associating me with him. It's him. It's that kid, his dad, or mom's new husband or something.
Well, see, when the very first reading, I got Kagan. So I got Alan and Kagan together in the very first reading. And sometimes Spirit will give me stuff that is connected or next to where people live or where they work. That's why they kept giving me McDonald's, because it was next to the pharmacy.
The McDonald's. Yeah.
So now you're saying this about the truck, and it's next to Kagan. Kagan seemed to be part of the key as to why they arrested Alan.
I think Kagan is the key and the weakest link, which is why they went after him to get to everybody else.
Well, see, everybody's saying that it wasn't Kagan that turned him in, but what I think happened is because he actually had came and talked to them and told him he was at the bridge that day, Alan did. I think they went back into their stuff, started looking over stuff, and came across this guy and thought maybe he was up for a better look. And I think once that they did that, they went after Kagan and was because they were both from Peru. So I think once they did that, they went back to Kagan and they pushed him for more information about this guy.
Tony Klein's father is from Mexico too. He lived in Peru with his wife on that country club road, but he's from Mexico. He just died in 2022, and he's buried in Mexico. So everyone's looking for the Tony Klein Richard Allen connection, and I think it goes so far back that you can't find it on paper. I think it's like some elementary school stuff.
Well, and the weird thing about the whole Mexico thing is I kept feeling Mexican.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
maybe it's from Mexico, but still, the guy I was getting was darker, but it might be related to Evansdale. I got to do a reading on Evansdale because I was channeling all 4 girls, so not everything I got is going to fit Delphi. Some of it's Evansdale, and that might be the one where the military connection comes in.
There's a girl who went missing in Wabash in 2006, and they found her body in Peru in 2009.
Yeah, I've heard about her. She's got red hair.
Jordan Sofer. You should see if you could channel her sometime, because I think that she was found by a creekside too, and then the Evansdale girls found by a body of water. The Delphi girls found by a body of water. I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out. I don't know if Evansdale's connected. That's why I need to do a reading on them.
Well, because Evansdale, Iowa, he was the manager at Danville, Illinois Walmart, and Evansdale, Iowa isn't that far away from there. And he was living in hotels when he was the manager there, so he could slip in and out really easy.
Well, I always got that serial killer vibe with him, but I just don't. I don't know. If it's bigger, it might not be, but at the same time, if it's bigger, it might not connect to him directly. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like it might
for
be
sure.
it might be the profile is connected to a bunch of different people and a bunch of like a ring, so to speak. But
Yeah.
he might have went off and done this. But I don't know. I always get like another person. Like the girls always went like this with me.
Yeah.
But that could mean two personalities. But they always went like this with me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I keep getting a dark-haired person. I don't know who
There's
that is
one
either.
there somewhere. We'll figure
Yeah.
it out. But you always do a good job, and you blew my mind tonight. So thank you. I'm going to buy that crow lamp.
Buy it.
I'm going to buy it. I'm going to do it right now.
Pretty soon you're gonna have all this crow stuff. It's so weird because it's funny because I went outside a couple like last week or something, and I never have like really crows out here. I had crows up on my post, and he started talking to me, and it was
yeah.
I've never heard him make that kind of noise before, and it was just like going off at me, and I was like, dude, I've never heard a crow make that noise before. And then after a water, it went off.
And they follow me from the barn, and then when I take out like the trash in the front yard, they'll go sit in the trees in the front yard, and when I'm feeding the horses, they'll kind of like be around the barn, so like they know who I am, so it's kind of cool. I like it.
They remember people. They remember faces. I didn't know if you knew that.
Well, I have bright red hair. I'm kind of hard to miss, so
yeah. Well, I mean, they remember faces specifically.
Oh, okay.
So if you look it up, like crows are the smartest bird. They remember faces, and a bunch of them is called a murder. Those are the only things I know about crows. Other than this, they're not bad. They're not bad guides to have at all.
Yeah, they're cool. I like them.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
And leave out shiny. Can you leave out shiny things for them because they like that?
I think I'm going to. I've heard that before, and now that I realize that it's Grandma Jeannie, I'm going to start doing cool stuff for them. Okay. So I appreciate you. You're wonderful. I know you have other people, and I talk a lot. So, but have a good night. Thank you so much. I'll contact you soon. We'll do like a private reading soon. Okie dokie.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Have a good one, Christine.
You too, sweetie. Bye.
All right. Shazam, I blocked that person because they were coming off as a smartass, and I don't like that. Well, why are people coming on and doing readings? Well, why else are we coming on and doing readings, right? I don't handle drama in here very well. So I want to make sure I have everybody in I have Ray Camp in here. Is that Lynn Sparks? Because you guys have different names. Let me know in the private chat what your YouTube name is so that I make sure I have the right people in here. Because I have so Christine's done. So we have I can't read my own writing. Unseen Wanderer, S. Wilson, and LM Sparks. Those should be the three that are in here. Just shake your head yes if that's correct. And then that should be it for tonight. Hopefully I get through to you guys. Okay. Oh, but now we got one more. I don't know if I'm gonna get to everybody. Okay. Country girl, which one are you? That must be. You guys changed your names on me. Now I'm confused. Okay. Okay, that's it. I'm now it's closed. Cuz I give long ass readings. Okay. Hi my night noon. All right. So Andy, here you come.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
I am hanging in there.
Well, I was hoping that maybe I could get some clarification from my guide. He's so subtle. He's just like, it's really difficult for me to, I mean, I'm clairaudient and I can connect with spirits through cards. Mm-hmm. And that's usually how I talk to him. But like, so the only thing I'm getting is the Wheel of Fortune. I have no idea why. I just was hoping to get some clarification on that. And then if there's anything he just needs me to know or what he's trying to tell me, that would be awesome.
Okay. So when we connect to it, like we don't have to like have this major, huge connection to our guides. Like regardless, they're going to be connected to us regardless if we know who they are, what they're saying, whatever. Because it does come in subtle. It's more like a push. It's more like I'm pushing you to do this or I'm pushing you to do that. You know what I mean? Or if you get the numbers, like that's how they communicate. It's not really like mine is more like urges. Okay. So like if I have an urge to do something, then I just do it. If I lose something, then it kind of pops in my head, like that kind of stuff. Like that's from your guide. So the Wheel of Fortune, I'm trying to remember back to what cards meaning are.
Well, it's just like fate and karma.
Right, it's fate. I was going to say it's the way that the wheel spins, right? I got to find my charter real quick.
Right, and it could be anything. Like it could be so much, and I can't.
But it's not. I don't think it's not a bad thing. So
no, it doesn't feel bad at all.
Yeah, it's not. I think that it means. Hold on, let me plug this in before it dies on you guys. It feels like it means that the karmic wheel is spinning in your favor.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what I see in your favor, meaning that you're getting some good karma coming to you. Okay. And that's what it feels like it with the Wheel of Fortune card.
Right. Okay. That's good to hear.
Getting a headache. I don't know where it's coming from. So, do you meditate?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. And do you do like a guided meditation, like to meet up with them?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Because they were showing me that. So that's your best way of connecting with them is through your meditation, which I know you know, but they're just validating that. Have you ever met them in a? They keep showing me a field.
Yeah, that's my place.
Okay, because they keep showing me a field and it's got a lot of grass and some flowers.
Right.
And it's really serene. So they're just validating that that's them that you're connecting to when you're going through your meditation, which is really cool because I've never had that happen before where a guide has come in and said, look, this is where they're going in their meditation and this is validation. So he's not as subtle as you think he is. So
is he an ancestor? Is he like related to me in some way, or I've never been able to really kind of get a feel for this one guide.
It's weird because I'm having a hard time distinguishing which guy. I keep getting two guys.
I have two guides for sure.
Well, we have multiple guides, but I'm getting two different males.
Okay.
And I don't know why. Like one's like a bigger muscular guy and one's like a more like mellow, just plain Jane dude. And I don't know why I'm getting both of them. Do they both make sense?
Yeah, they do to me. They do to me.
Okay.
The
one that's more calm and mellow, he's very like serene feeling, and he's got like dark hair. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
He's actually kind of handsome.
Yeah.
And nobody in the chat tell me don't start falling for guides because they told me that about Ghost one time. So that's the best way I can describe him is he's kind of handsome and he's got soft features.
Okay.
So that's the one that I see. And the other one, it feels like he's more, he's a bigger dude. I get muscles with him and long hair. So he reminds me kind of like a Viking.
You know what? He gives me the King of Wands as his card, or that's how I know he's around. I get the King of Wands. He's
like a big muscular dude. Like he reminds me of a Viking.
Yeah.
I think like there's this, and you know that guides, like we make this pact with them before we're born and all that. Like you understand all that. So some of them we've had past lives with and stuff like that. So it feels like you might have had a past life with this guy.
Oh, okay.
With the big dude.
Okay.
On a ship. Because he's coming across as a Viking.
Okay.
Because he's showing me the Viking lifestyle. Like, I don't know why he's showing me a ship.
Interesting.
If Vikings were on ships. I don't know, not that you like stayed out on one, but there's a reference to going out on a ship and being a Viking.
Okay.
I don't know. That's what he keeps showing me. So have you ever seen him? Like, does he wear clothes? He doesn't wear a shirt, does he?
I don't know. Like, I don't.
Maybe I'm just, the way I'm seeing him is very muscular, and he's got this thing that goes across his chest like this with like the Viking like kind of bottoms, but for some reason he's not wearing a shirt and he's showing me all his muscles.
Wow, that's interesting.
It is interesting, and I'm not really sure why. And his hair is like a longer blonde color.
Wow,
like dirty blonde. The other guy, it's very, very different because they're very they're very opposite. So together they make it nice. You know, one is very big and buff and like, and the other one's like very mellow and calm and serene.
Okay.
Okay. And you have more guides than that. These are just the ones that are presenting themselves, and I think the ones that maybe you meet with most.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm aware of the other ones. I just haven't been able. I don't know if I'm just not brave enough to take on trying to get to know all of them, or
well, you don't have to know all of them. You don't have to know. You don't even have to know their names or nothing to work with them. They're going to work with you regardless.
Yeah,
it's not something like everybody's like, oh, I got to get a name, but you don't have to have a name.
No, I haven't even. I don't have names for them.
I get this name a lot, so I always question it when I get it. But I'm getting the name George, and I don't know what that fits in at. I don't know if that's him or not, but just hang on to it.
Okay.
Because if I don't say it, it'll drive me crazy unless it belongs to somebody else. So yeah, it feels like I said, it feels like they're just showing that they meet in a field, and this is what they look like. You have a wolf guide too.
I have a wolf guide. I know. And I feel like the wolf guide is also a group of guides. Like, so when I asked, I have a deck of oracle cards, and I felt about these other guides. I asked, who are you? Like, what is this about? And I got a wolf card. And every time they come through to me, they come through as a wolf. Like,
well, the wolf is standing next to the Viking guy.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and I have a wolf guide too. But he's a gray wolf.
Okay.
And he stands there with the Viking. And it's weird because like whenever like my husband, I connect to him a lot, and he's always with my wolf. So it's interesting that you also have a male guide that is there with a wolf. But yeah, he's standing there with the wolf. So you have this wolf guide, and he's a gray wolf, and he's got like yellowish eyes.
You know, I used to go to medicine ceremonies, and I saw him. I saw this wolf in a medicine ceremony, and he came through as like an Arctic white kind of wolf. Like, he was huge. He was huge. I mean, and again, I was in a medicine ceremony, so I had some substance on board. And this wolf just walked into the teepee and crossed between me and the medicine woman and sat down next to me.
Well, it's weird because I'm sitting across from my thing that is a white wolf, and I keep looking at it, but he's coming through to me as gray with yellow eyes.
That's
so
cool.
I don't know why I was staring at that wolf, but he's kind of, does he change? I mean, I don't know.
But why do I have a wolf guide? What in the world?
We have animal guides.
That's interesting.
We have lots of animal guides. And they work with us the same way that our regular guides do. Okay. So we don't just have people, we also have animals. And most people will say it's more the Native American way. But I can tell people what their animal guides are before I can tell them who their human guides are usually, or human-like guides or whatever. That's but so cool. Yeah, you definitely have a wolf. And like I said, he comes across as gray with like yellow eyes. Like, I keep seeing his yellow eyes. And it does feel male. For some reason, you've got all this male around you. I don't get it.
I feel that. I do feel like a lot of, I've asked my guys, like, what's with all the male energy? Because I know y'all aren't really like on the other side.
I don't get that, because there is a lot of masculine energy around you, including the wolf is a male as well. It's not a female.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why that is. If you just need that kind of spirit team for whatever you're doing, because like me, for what I do, I have to have a badass spirit team because I'm connecting to spirit. I'm going to haunted places. You know, I have to have that protection. So maybe whatever you're doing, you need to have that backup of them.
I mean, much of the same. I'm connecting to spirit, and yeah.
So maybe you have to have that masculine sort of energy around you.
Maybe that's just what I need to feel safe, even though I hate to think I need male energy to feel safe.
Right. I just think it's more of like a stronger energy, if that makes sense. It's not really. And so like with me, like with my male guide, I've been in haunted places Like I went to this really haunted house one time, and it was the first time I ever went into a haunted place, and the place was really, really bad. The guy didn't care that he had spirits there. Just he had a portal. He didn't even care. He was just like, whatever. And there was a really negative spirit there, and I remember seeing the wolf just sitting on the couch right next to me, growling, showing his teeth at this guy. So it's a protective. They're about protection. They're also about teaching. There's a lot of different things they're about. I mean, you can Google about the wolf guide.
Okay.
But, it's so if you're doing that kind of work, I feel like it is kind of a protection thing. And I feel like this Viking guy is like your gatekeeper. He comes across as a gatekeeper.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I asked him to do that for me.
I'm getting chills with that. So that's telling me that's correct. That he's this gatekeeper guide for you. It's like him and your wolf. They're like buddies. They work together. That's what they show me.
Okay.
The other guy, I don't really know much about him. He's just kind of standoffish, really serene, really mellow, really calm, very like gentle. He's a very gentle energy.
He comes through in my tarot deck as Temperance.
Which, okay, that would make sense then.
I mean, it does, doesn't it? Very mixed energy,
does.
like very non-binary almost.
Yes, he's very, very gentle. Like he could almost be, both sides.
Yeah.
And it would be almost like a Temperance feel, or I'm trying to place like because it kind of reminds me of like Buddhism, kind of the feel of it.
Yes, yeah, that's how he feels to me too. It really,
right, but he doesn't look like a Buddhist.
No,
like he's not bald. So I'm not understanding that.
And I don't get a look of. I mean, they when they come through with mental images of themselves, they're always different. Like I never see them the same way twice. Mm-hmm. And I don't really try to name them or try to gender them or anything like that. I just, what do you need to teach me? Like, what is it that you want me to know? My thing is communication. I just want to communicate.
Yeah. And actually, I want to say that this guy is the one that helps you communicate.
Yes, I feel like, so I feel like the Temperance guy, I feel is teaching me how to communicate, is teaching me mediumship.
Yes.
And the other guy's protecting me.
Yes. So they're working as like a team. And there is more, but these are just the main ones that are standing out. So I'm getting the chills again. So this Temperance guy, I'm getting a lot of chills tonight. I must be hitting on some stuff. So this Temperance guy, he feels like he communicates. I mean, of course they communicate a lot telepathically, but it's also like, how do I explain this? Like he communicates with you a lot telepathically through your thoughts.
Yeah.
Like those thoughts that pop in out of nowhere that are telling you to do this or do that. That's him.
Yeah. And I know it. I know when it happens because I'm really trying to learn how to decipher the difference between imagination and the psychic information that's coming in. It is hard. And I'm in that process. And so as part of that process, like I'm understanding like my own imagination or my own inner self-talk. Like I know that voice. And so, and I asked my guys, like, you got to drop it on me with something that I wouldn't expect or something that I wouldn't make up. Like something so weird that I know it didn't come from my mind,
Well, okay,
and they do that a lot. It's really interesting.
How you tell the difference is something. Okay, so when it's coming to you versus when it coming from you. Okay,
right.
So if you have to think about it, then it's coming from you. If it just pops in, it's coming to you.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the difference in the feeling of that, which you probably already know, but a lot of people don't understand that. But that's one reason why I always say I don't like to know anything about a case, because if I get it, I may think I'm getting it, but I also already know it. So it's hard to tell the difference.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I'll say it if I kind of hear it. Like you kind of have to just you realize what you're hearing and what is coming from you. So yeah, Claire, hang on a second. My mind just went. I hate when my mind goes blank like that. I know it's spirit connecting, but it drives me crazy because I'll like be in the middle of a thought and then it'll just. clairaudient. Thank you.
Yeah.
So you're definitely clairaudient.
Yeah.
But I also feel like more gifts are going to come. Like you're going to be like me, where you get like, it's like one here. Well, I had clairaudience and clairvoyance come in. They were like the same time. And then the other stuff is kind of staggered over time. So I feel like, do you feel energies really well?
I did when I was a kid. And then everything just got cut off. Like, I think I stopped it, everything, like all of anything I could do. Like I could see spirits and communicate and hear them, all of it. And I stopped that. I think I know why, but anyway, I'm just now like at a point in my life where I can breathe and like reconnect. And so I'm just kind of like, it's like, just trying to renew these gifts. They're not new to me, but they're, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rediscovering them, I guess.
You're reawakening.
Yes. Yeah.
And so that's why I'm thinking that you're going to get that feeling back, because I keep picking up clairsentient with you.
When I was a kid, I could walk into a place and know things that had happened there just by the feel of the room. Yeah.
Okay, so that's clairsentient.
Right. And I want that back.
Yeah.
I really do want that back.
So I feel like that's coming back.
Okay.
It's like the more you work with your gifts, the more meditation you do, the more you're gonna have it. Right. It's like we're all gifted differently, but it's like the more you work with it, the more is gonna come in, because you're letting spirit know that you're ready to work, that you're ready to receive these gifts, and you're ready. Basically, what that's about. So you do have another female guide. She is stepping forward. She's got long dark hair, but she wears it in pigtail on the side. She kind of reminds me, like, how Native Americans used to be, how they would wear their hair that, one side here and one side here. I kind of get that with her. And her face kind of does look Native American. So she looks like she might be a Native American guide for you. So she's stepping forward.
I think I had an experience with her, and maybe you can validate it. During meditation, I was just deep. I was in a trance state pretty much. And I just had a vision of this Native American woman, and she leaned down and she blew into my forehead. And
she was opening your third eye.
And I then just had this amazing vision.
Yeah. So, your third eye's right here.
Yeah.
It was her way of kind of opening up your third eye, or reaching into your third eye to give you that vision.
It was really amazing.
So that's her.
Okay.
That's who I'm seeing right now. That's who's stepping forward. And this is new to me, because I normally don't see people's guides like this. I'll see their animal guides all day long. But the other guides, it's like, unless they show themselves to me, I don't really pick them up. I always say it's a very personal journey. But since you've already met them and you're already on that personal journey, then I think it's okay that I'm allowed to see them. If that makes sense.
Makes sense, yeah. And it was a journey to even believe I had them. And they made it so clear to me that I couldn't even, I'm a scientific thinker. I need proof. I need evidence. And then I need you to give me that evidence 50 more times. And they did. And so, I mean, it just got to a point where denying their existence was beyond stupid. There's just too much evidence.
I'm kind of the same way, because we have to kind of be like logical with it, right? Like,
exactly.
I get shown, I mean, no matter how many times I'm accurate, it's still like I sit here and I go, what? Do that again. It's like you got to get beat over the head with it to realize what you're doing. I don't know how else to explain it, but I think it just feels so like out of this world, that it just, you kind of got to make sense of it, because you've got this human side of you.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think she'll make herself a little more known to you, as you open up more. Awesome. I get the word healer with you, which is in many terms, not just necessarily someone that does healing energy, but a healer. Psychic mediums are healers. But you also may be a healer, because I can do the healing as well. So it kind of is They show me a lot of light around you. Light worker. I get a lot of light around you. Earth angel. They're giving me words for you, okay?
That's awesome.
Yeah. So you're on this earth to make a difference.
I feel that. I feel that, but I'm like also like I'm like in the middle of my life. I feel like it's, you know, like, oh, I'm starting so late, you know, just I get that feeling sometimes. But then again, you're on your path and it is what it is when it is, right?
Exactly. And I believe that we don't really fully open up until we're older anyways. We need the experience with it because I mean, I opened up in my 30s and here I'm in my 40s, like the 20s. I was too dumb. If I would have opened up then, it would have been like, this is a joke. You know, I wasn't mature. So I think the maturity comes with it. The maturity and life experience, because you have to come from a place where you are understanding your clients and the experience of possibly going through some of the same things that they went through to have more compassion towards them. So that's why I feel it happens later in life.
For sure. And with healing, it's interesting because I've actually been working on just healing myself. And
you can heal yourself.
wonder, what's that?
You can heal yourself.
And I, for the most part, have. Like, that's the interesting thing. Just through meditation and intention, visualization, I've actually gotten healthy. It's crazy because I was really sick, like really sick.
You've shifted your energy centers.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know how.
People don't understand when our energy centers are off, specifically our chakras, it can cause a lot of physical illness. And so you've cleared your energy centers, and you're more aligned. And so that's why.
Right. Yeah.
Because when we do this work, we have to have a clear energy center. We have to be vibrating on a higher level.
Right.
Or we can't do it. That's like, I don't know if you've ever seen the episode of Long Island Medium where they did like her brain scan. And it showed that when she channeled, she was in a meditative state.
Right. Right.
So her brain, I don't know why I'm getting the chills with this, but her brain just switched off to the meditative state to shut everything else off and be able to channel. And so that's the difference in people's brains that can do this and that can't. Like, we can achieve that calmness. So that's why I always tell when people are trying to open up, meditation is the best thing because it teaches you how to switch your brain to that meditative state.
I started meditating, like, I think it was about 15 years ago, and I just almost immediately had an incredible, massive spiritual awakening. It was intense, you know, and it's been a long time, but it's still happening. That's the thing. It doesn't ever really stop, but it was incredibly intense, you know.
And sometimes we have to have that.
Yeah. Yeah.
To wake us up.
Yeah. 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 And I feel like it's in my life path, you know, if it doesn't happen at this point, then throw this in the way and, you know, that kind of thing. Like, I think there's almost like triggers set up.
Well, it comes back to we are always where we are meant to be.
Yeah.
We never end up somewhere we're not meant to go on our life path. Sure, we have the free will, but it's kind of like one main highway, many different paths to get there kind of thing.
Right.
You know, we always still end up doing what we're supposed to do when we're supposed to do it. You know, sometimes there are roadblocks in the way, you know, people that deal with addictions and things like that. The lesson is to get through it. Part of the roadblock is to get through it and come out on the other side. Like, that's part of the lessons that people chose. Right. So some people have harder lessons than others. But yeah, definitely the more that you continue to heal yourself and open up your energy centers, you know, the more you'll be able to help yourself. But everything is about intention, as you know.
Yeah. You
know, just like clearing a house. You don't need sage and all that. You can use prayer and intention. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just as powerful.
Right. Okay.
So.
Well, awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Did I answer everything for you today?
I think so.
Hopefully. Okay.
I think so. Yeah. I appreciate it.
No problem. Have a good evening. It's nice to meet you.
You too. Thank you.
You're
Bye-bye.
welcome. Bye. Okay. No. Okay. Yes, it will help. Visualization, affirmations. Yes, you can clear that stuff. Definitely. Okay. So Baking Queen, I want to make sure that I have the right. You'll have to tell me if you are who I think you are. Okay, so that's Unseen Wonder we just did right now. You should be S. Wilson, I think. So before I put this person on, I'm closing the readings for tonight because I still have 3 readings to go, and I'm going to have to, not only am I getting tired, but my dogs are going to need to go out. So you can either watch for next live or you can message me privately and get a private reading. Facebook, Instagram, thepsychicsleuth@gmail.com. Okay. So probably just going to finish these and be done because I still got 3 to go. Hello, Baking Queen. You're S. Wilson, right? Hello? Oh, you're muted. Let me see. Hold on, you muted. There,
Hello?
got you. Hear me? Yes.
Okay, because my connection is really bad.
Oh, are you S. Wilson?
Yes.
Okay, I want to make sure I got the right person and I'm not, you know what I mean? So, okay.
Yes.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. I just have a whole bunch of static on my end.
I don't hear it too bad.
Okay.
Okay. So, what are we doing for you today?
I was thinking about that. I sent you a picture of me. I don't know if you received it, but I didn't know you wanted a picture of our loved one instead of us.
Well,
But I don't
yeah,
have
if
one
you
on.
want a mediumship, I connect to your loved one's picture. But if you want intuitive guidance, like the last couple I've been doing, then it's just off of questions.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of wanted a mix of both.
Okay, for a live, it's going to be one or the other because it'll go really long otherwise.
Oh, okay.
Because my readings tend
Yeah,
to be
see, I
long,
don't
as you can see.
really. Yeah. Well, can we do it at a later time?
Do you want to?
Because I don't really have my questions. The questions I wanted to ask. I only have one that I can think of right now. But.
If you want to, well, so basically anything that you're needing help in your life, if you just want to put it into a question, we can do one question and try to do mediumship if you want to. Let me see what your donation was, because I don't want to just do one question for your donation. 25. Okay. So let's start with one question and then go from there. See how it goes.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm for the last couple of years, I've been waiting on like not a question. Well, I've just been waiting to see if my financial situation was going to improve.
Your financial situation?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's about the only easiest way I could put it.
Okay. So let me see. Oops. Where'd my pen go? All right. Financial situation. So it feels like it's been very up and down. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay. Because it kind of showed me like almost like a roller coaster feeling, like
Mhm.
but of course it feels kind of more down than up, but I still feel like there's been times where it's been, I don't know, they just show me like a roller coaster. That's how they usually show me when things are kind of up and down, like not stable.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
Okay. So I feel like next year is going to be better. They take me to the middle of the year, but I also feel like there's going to be a shift in I don't know if it's what you're doing, what you do for work or what you do in life, but there's going to be kind of a shift there for the better. So they show me like around July, like things are going to kind of uptick, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But I feel like it's going to be a little bit more kind of like up and down until then. Like you're not going to go slow,
Until then.
so like low down that it'll be really, really bad, but it's going to be,
That's exactly how I feel.
okay. Yeah. Cause it doesn't feel like you're going to stoop below,
Okay.
which I know it feels like that, but it feels like it's gonna, I really get like, and timelines can shift and stuff, but I really get like the middle of next year, it seems like it's gonna go up and get more stable. It's like they show me, they do weird stuff when it comes to finances, like they'll give me like graphs or
Okay.
lines. So the way that they show me is it's gonna, like they show me up and down, and then now they show me up, and then it'll straighten out, it'll level out. But
Okay.
it feels like there's a sort of a shift in whatever you do for the better. Like I hear the word
Okay.
opportunity. I don't know if that makes sense.
I don't know what the opportunity could be.
Well, you
but
won't know because it's in the future.
Okay. Yes.
So,
Okay.
you know, like I tell people, if I get things, just hang on to them, because I honestly, I
Okay.
don't know, like I don't know what that opportunity could be right now either. They just give me the word opportunity, like there's going to be an opportunity that comes in for growth or for expansion or for a shift that's going to make things better. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yes, I received that.
Okay. But yeah, for some reason, July of next year feels really important to me for you.
Okay.
But I don't think it'll go like I think you'll be okay till then.
Okay. Yeah, I've been okay, but like you said, it's been a roller coaster.
Yeah, and I know that feeling because it's a roller coaster for me too, and I get really stressed out and really frustrated.
Yeah.
So I totally understand that with you. Do you work in business or have your own business? I keep getting.
I'm trying to work or think of a business idea and start my own business.
Okay, because I get business with you. Look up Baddie in business on YouTube. She's got some good ideas.
Okay.
I always give her as a reference
Okay.
for people that want to start their own business, but I get that with you. I get like you're supposed to be an entrepreneur and you're supposed to have your own business. Like that's why you're going that way.
Okay.
So that might be the opportunity that I keep getting.
Okay.
So yeah, it feels like something's gonna happen. Like I feel like you're gonna figure out what you want to do with this business and you're gonna go for it. And like I said, anytime an opportunity comes up, take it, because opportunities don't come up for no reason.
Okay.
We always kind of get guided and led where we're supposed to go for opportunities.
Okay.
Also, do you know if there's a possibility of a move, or have you wanted to move, or I don't know if this move has to do with your work or your home.
All right. Well, we made a big move. We moved states, but this is a couple years ago, and then we're going to be moving homes in the future. So.
Okay, so you are planning a move, because I was getting my boxes. Like, I usually get boxes for moves, and they made me feel like you were moving away from where you are now. So,
yeah.
Happening for a reason. Okay. But is it one of the reasons for family or something like that?
That's what we did for our initial move, and I don't think we want to go with a bigger house because two of my kids still live in the state we lived in. So if they eventually came back home, then we would want to have more space. Because I have a son in college right now.
Okay. Because that's why I'm wondering if I'm picking up the first move because of your family or if it's the second move. But it feels like there's something to do with family around it.
Okay.
And I don't know why that is, but
okay.
I keep Is your mom still around?
Yes.
Okay. Is she older and having problems or something like that?
She is older, yes. Yeah,
Okay.
she does have problems, yes.
Do you live near her or no?
No,
Is your move going to put you closer? Is your move going to put you closer to her or no?
No, we're not going back that way. So I don't know if she'll be coming closer to me.
It could be, but it comes across as this move or a move is something to do with your mom and having to be closer to her for health issues or things going on.
Okay.
So I just want you to hang on to that.
Okay.
Because I think that might come up as you needing you. So either she's going to move wherever you are, or you might have to kind of change plans and move to where she is. But for some reason, this move revolves around family. And I keep getting, like I said, an older mother figure, which is your mom, that feels like they might have some health issues that she might need you for. It might not be right away, but it's like Spirit's giving me this to like warn you of it.
Yeah.
And to kind of prepare you for it, because it might, I feel like you're going to move, but it might kind of put like changes in your moving plan. Because I definitely feel you're moving. It's just where you're moving. I don't know if that's going to be the same place or not.
Okay.
Or if she's moving with you. It could be one or the other. I just keep getting like the feeling of like I said, this move, but then I keep getting this family member that's going to need your help.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yes, that does make sense.
Okay.
Because she didn't want to move when we moved. And I was hoping that she would change her mind in the near future, but she doesn't even want to leave the state. So I don't know how that will pan out in the next couple of years, though.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. It might kind of, I don't know if it's going to change. Like, I don't know. She might not have a choice but to move with you, or you might have to move closer to her. There's something with the move in her that keeps coming in that I would just keep in the back of your mind. That Spirit's just wanting to kind of prepare you for.
Okay. Do you get like a grandfather figure
that's around you?
Yes.
Is that the picture you sent me, or did you send it yourself?
I didn't send you the picture because I don't have like immediate access to it.
Okay. I'll see if I can
sent
pull
you
him
my
in.
picture, but I don't think my email.
Okay, I'll see if I can pull him in. I usually have to use a picture for direct dial like that.
I could send it to you and your Facebook Messenger real quick if you want.
Let's see what I can get real quick.
Okay.
Do you know if did he have mobility issues? Like, I keep seeing a guy in a wheelchair, which I don't know if it's like he was actually in a wheelchair or he had. Oh, it's your father. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the problem with not dialing direct. I get who wants to come through.
I figured if anybody came through, he probably would be the first one because my grandfather passed decades ago.
Okay. Yeah, I like to wait at least a week for them anyways. Give them a chance to kind of adjust, although sometimes they will come through sooner. But yeah, I get the guy in the wheelchair coming in.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not in a wheelchair on the other side, but that's just what he's showing me. So I get the month of April, and that can be birthday, passing, anniversary, something specific related to you, him, or somebody that's connected that's alive or passed.
Okay.
I don't know.
I have somebody that passed whose birthday in April.
Okay. See? So when I don't use a picture, I get all kinds of people, and we have to figure out where it gets fit. Just to make you aware, if I don't dial direct, this is what happens. So why does the father figure come across like he likes to give advice or something? Or I get like the tell you how it is.
Yeah, that was him.
Okay.
Straight to the point.
Yeah, straight to the point, tell you how it is kind of feeling is how he comes across. And it's almost like I hear this like, I told you so, or I told you this. Like if something would happen, then he told you.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
I mean, he's straight to the point. Like he's never told me so, but yeah, he's straight to the point. Just basically whatever is on his mind, he's gonna say it.
Yeah. But if he was right about something, would he be like, well, I told you? I don't know. That's the way it comes across anyways.
I mean, he could have been like, I didn't grow up with him, so I wasn't with him on a regular basis, but
right. Were you like in the older, like when you were older though?
Yes.
Okay. Because he doesn't he's not showing me like a childhood with you. He shows me more of later on in life.
Yes.
And I get the I'm sorry, like I wasn't around. Like he apologizes because I feel like he realizes now that he should have been around when you were a kid. I hear the word lifestyle, so I don't know if it was just his lifestyle and what he was into that kept him.
Possibly.
But I get a lot of, I'm sorry. But I hear the word she's grown up good.
Yep, that would have been him.
The way that he says it. Because I don't talk like that. So, like he's proud of you. Like she's grown up good in spite of all that. I feel like a lot of things wrong with him though, like physically. It's like a multitude, like multiple things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it was towards the end. Yeah.
Because he keeps taking me back to being in this wheelchair. He hated it.
Mm-hmm.
He's like he hated not being able to do for himself, not being able to get around, and feeling like his body was failing.
Yeah, 100% that's him.
He didn't like it. Like, he showed me he's dancing now. So I don't know if he ever danced when he was younger, but it's just a way also that they show me that they're okay on the other side and that he's dancing on the other side.
I'm glad to hear.
So
that's awesome.
Do you know if he ever danced when he was here? Or I hear the words cut a rug.
He could have when he was younger.
When he was younger? Because I hear cut a rug.
They used to like to go out and party a lot.
Did he, do you know, like,
and
if
then,
he ever, do you know if he ever wore a brown suit?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a picture with him in a brown suit.
Okay, because I keep seeing him in this brown suit.
Yep.
And I don't know if it was
and
like.
Funny. It's funny because he's standing up, like in the back in the day pictures, he's standing up with his knee up on something, and he has his elbow down and it's kind of resting on his chin. So it's like a sophisticated type of picture.
Like this?
Yes. Standing up with a brown suit on.
Yeah, because he shows me he's in his brown suit, and I don't know if he ever danced in the brown suit, but he's in the brown suit now and he's dancing. So just to basically I'm free on the other side. I'm okay. I'm free of my body. Like, I'm feeling good, So that's how it comes across. So the brown suit's just the validation for you. Yeah. And that picture, I'm guessing. But okay, so did he hold you as a baby? And then just
Yes.
Okay, because he shows me him holding you as a baby. So I guess he just wants to validate that, like, he was there when you were a baby.
Yes.
Is there a picture of that?
Yes.
Because the way that I see it is a picture of him holding you.
Yes.
So, if I could get him to stop dancing in my head. Do you know where, like, the smoking or smoking of cigars or anything like that comes in? I don't know if it's cigarettes or cigars.
Could have been a long time ago, but I know in recent years he didn't smoke.
Right. It feels like when he's younger.
Yeah, could have been when he was younger. I just have a question. He has property, and I just wonder if he says anything about that.
So he shows me a deed. And I'm coughing, so I don't know if that had anything to do with his passing, but so what do you want to know about the property? Because he's just showing me a deed, and I don't really know what that means.
Because I don't know if he had a will or anything. He has quite a few children, and I'm just not sure what he had plans on doing with this property.
I hear the word split it up. So I don't know. I don't know if he's wanting to, like, split it up, like sell it and, split up the money kind of thing.
Okay.
Because I hear the word split it up.
Okay.
Just so that it's fair.
Yes.
That's how it comes across anyways.
Okay.
He said, I just want to tell you I love you, baby girl. And I'm proud of you.
Oh.
And he's smiling.
Well, I see you picked up on the voice.
Yeah.
He's definitely from the South. So.
Yeah. I do that sometimes and I don't realize I do it. It's weird. It comes through my voice. Yeah. It's so weird. I don't even realize I do it. And then people say, you sound just like him. I'm like, I do? Like, okay.
Yeah, you picked up on the voice.
Cool. I hope this reading was helpful for you. I know it wasn't your grandpa,
Yeah,
but
it
I think
was.
you need to give him a little bit more time.
Yeah, it's fine. I think when I was younger, I was scared of the dead. So he's never come to me in all these years, and he's died in 89. So I think he may just be sticking to that because he's never come, no matter if I did another reading or anything. But
With your grandpa?
my grandpa. Yeah, never.
He probably would. It's just like I say, whenever I don't have a picture and I don't dial direct, I just kind of get whoever comes forward. So if I did a picture, I could probably pull him forward 100%.
All right. So next time I'll find his picture and I'll send it to you. So
or if you want a private reading, you can reach out that way as well.
Yes, will do. But thank you so very much. I greatly appreciate it, Rachelle.
You're welcome. Have a wonderful evening.
You too. Mm-hmm. Bye-bye.
Okay, we're getting through. All right. I gotta hurry because I know my dogs are gonna start giving me hell in a minute. LM Spark. See, I knew it. Hold on. Sorry, my dog went and pushed the door open and woke up all the dogs, and they decided to yell at him. So, we're doing Ray Camp next. Oh, what I was asking was, LM Sparks, are you going to message me on Instagram or Facebook for a private reading? And or do you want to do it here? Let me know what you want to do. You can reach me, the Psychic Sleuth, but I can put my let me put this here real quick. I think I actually my link to my profile. Message me there if you want to do it that way, or you want to come on. Let me know what you want to do. Yes, it's funny. I did know that they were going to flip out. Okay. Yep. Message me on that. Cool. Then we got one more tonight, and then we're done. That actually works out because, like I said, I gotta go let my dogs out. Shazam, you know how Freya is? Yep, she did that again. I was gonna let her out too, and I didn't. All right, so I can't. I know it's funny. I don't know. I don't even know how I knew that. Me right there. Me there to schedule a private reading. You're welcome. All right, Ray Camp. Here we go. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Rachelle. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm good.
I wanted to make sure I have the right person. Country Girl?
True Colors, Rachel Campbell.
Oh, True Colors. Okay. Where'd the Country Girl go?
I don't know.
Me neither.
Can I take off the cam?
Whatever you want to do, yeah. You don't have to have it on. Country. So Country Girl, reach out to me. There's my Facebook profile. get to me that way. If I owe you for a reading, I don't know where you went. I think you were on there and you probably had to go. So like I said, reach out to me because it's not up to me to find you. You've got to find me. All right. All right. What are we doing for you today? Dang it.
I was hoping to reach a loved one that's passed.
Okay. Did you send me a picture?
Yes, through your email.
Okay. Let me go check it right now. Oh, you changed your name to okay. All right, then reach out to me on Facebook like we talked about. I just don't want to make sure I like, miss anybody. It's hard for me to keep track of everything. All right. With all these names, your guys' names are different when you come on, so it confuses me. I'm going to email now. Yes, email. There we go. Okay, so I got it.
Good.
Which one am I connecting to? Because it's got to be.
Oh, her birth name is Brooklyn.
Is it the older or younger lady? Is what I'm asking.
The younger. That's my baby girl.
Okay. Well, because do you have a picture of her by herself with her eyes more?
An older one.
That's fine. I just can't see her eyes very well, which is what I connect with, and then I need her by herself.
Oh, it didn't go
Have
through.
her by herself. It'll help because it's just your your energy will interfere, if that makes sense. I guess I should have explained that more. That's kind of my fault.
Where is she? Here, there's an older one. You should be getting it.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem. I can already tell that this is going to be.
I've been trying to get you lives for your readings, and I got a little frustrated because
it's okay. You can always message me too, for a reading. I do private readings too. So, okay.
Her birth name is Brooklyn, but she went by Max.
Okay, that's fine. I just go off a picture anyways. I usually don't take the name in case they give it to me, which was rare. Like I always say, names are hard. Okay, just connecting. Deep breath. That's what I just heard.
Yes.
She ever tell you that?
To breathe, deep breath.
Yes. Yes.
It's hard with the memories right now.
Okay. I understand. Hopefully we'll be able to get through the grief because sometimes grief blocks a little bit.
Yes. I'm trying to open up. I've been doing the breathing and
yeah. It's because I heard her say deep breath, Mama. I don't know if she called you Mama, but that's how it came in. Very bright light she is.
Yes. I got the chills.
Yeah. She's a very gentle soul.
Yes.
And also she was very gifted as here.
Yes.
Did she have a creative side? Because I get creativity with her. I don't know if it was drawing or painting or something like that. That kind of comes in. Or if you have a drawing or painting of hers.
I have a painting because she's a very emotional person.
Right.
So she would paint and she'll try to draw. I think she was drawing faces.
Okay. So she did paint and draw. Then.
Yes.
Okay. Because it comes in like that she was doing that, and also you had it still. And that's just the way that she kind of, like you said, she dealt with her emotions that way. Because she's very sensitive in the way that she comes in. And I feel like she would feel things very deeply.
Yes.
Now, is she on the autistic spectrum?
She was supposed to be tested.
Okay. Because she's saying she told me autistic spectrum. So that comes in. And well, so my pen doesn't want to work. Okay, so do you know if she struggled with life a lot?
Yes.
Because I get in with this very heavy, like depressive feeling.
Yes.
And it for some reason the front of my throat and my chest are hurting. So I don't know if that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Did her passing have anything to do with the depression?
Yes, she took medication.
Okay.
And
Okay. That's because that's what I'm getting is like, it's like, I hear, I'm sorry, mama. It feels like she was trying to numb the pain, if that makes sense.
Yes.
I feel like she struggled a lot with who she was.
Yes.
And she had a hard time navigating the world.
Yes. Spot on.
So, and I'm getting the chills with that.
Yes. Oh, it's not funny.
Yeah. So chills are usually truth for me. It's also a sign of spirit. And she's giving me a lot right now. So she really wants to communicate with you because she's been wanting to do this for a long time. Because I almost want to cry right now as feeling her emotions and feeling your emotions. And it's more so like I didn't mean to.
Yes.
But I did it. Like she
Yes.
takes responsibility for it. And what I see is a handful of pills and just kind of just swallowing it. And I don't think she like really thought of like what was going to happen. Like she didn't really, it was like it's a split second decision. If that makes sense. Like she didn't think it through. It's kind of weird how that comes across. Was she emotional when she did this?
Very.
Because it feels like it's something that's done out of an emotional thing that she's trying to stop.
Yes.
Does that make sense? Like she's trying to stop the emotions and numb the pain, but also it's one of those moments where she's like, I'm just going to do this. Which is so a lot of times what I get with people in this situation, that end up on the other side is it's like a split moment decision is what it feels like. Not that she didn't think of it before. because I feel like many times she did. And again, it was the heaviness of her life. It was the heaviness of who she was. She had a hard time dealing with that because I feel like she struggled a lot mentally.
Yes.
I almost get this almost bipolar feeling as well, but it's like more like a bipolar depression. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like I get this up and down kind of roller coaster thing with her.
Constantly.
And I also get like when she would get over emotional, her fits would be out of control because she didn't know how to handle her emotions. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And so she wants to say she's sorry for that because I feel like sometimes she may have come at you when she got emotional. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And she never meant to hurt you. But she says, regardless, you loved her anyways. She says she loved me in spite of my flaws. And she loved me in spite of everything that went on between us. And she loved me for who I was.
Yes.
And I am thankful that she was my mom. So I get the word cardiac arrest with her, which I think ties into the medication. I don't know why she gave me that word. So was this more recent?
Tomorrow will be 2 months.
I was going to say 2. I was going to say this feels like 2 months. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense because I was getting like I was going to say 2 months ago. I guess I should have said that. Because it felt very recent, but it feels even more recent than that to you. Like yesterday.
Yes.
Like, do you walk in her room and sit on the bed and cry? Or walk in her room and cry? She shows me that you, or I don't know if maybe at first you had a hard time doing that. Like you couldn't go in your room because it's almost like she shows me like you're walking past it and you're looking at the room.
Yeah.
But then I don't know if there's a time where you decided to go in there and you started crying. Like that's how she brings it across. And I don't know if I'm perceiving it right. There's also a reference to a shirt or something of hers that I see you kind of holding and smelling.
Yeah, I did that.
Okay. And you're crying with it, but I see you like this with it. But there's something with her room. Did you not go in it, or will you not go in it?
I sat down and I wouldn't cry.
Okay. So you
I
did
wait
sit
till I
down.
go in my room. Yeah.
Okay. Because she was, like I said, she was showing me, you kept walking by it, and then one day you went in and you sat on the bed and you cried. Did you happen to hold the shirt at that time?
Well, mostly it was her blanket.
Her blanket. Okay. Because I see you holding a cloth like this, and you're huddled up with it sitting on the end of the bed. But then
When I was getting her clothes that needed to be washed.
Okay, so it kind of all comes in together, like you did all this stuff around the same time. Do you talk to her and tell her how much you miss her?
Yes.
Because she says she hears that you say that you miss her all the time. She hears that. She hears that. So she needs you to know that she hears that and that she's with you in that moment. She shows me butterflies. Does that make sense?
Yes, her urn has butterflies and flowers on it.
Okay. Because she's showing me butterflies, but I also feel that, and I got chills with that, I also feel it's going to be a sign from her. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the ones that fly. It can be a picture. It can be anywhere. But I feel very strongly that she connects to butterflies. And butterflies are about transformation. Okay. But yes, for the validation of the urn. And going to that urn, do you also have a picture that is next to it of her?
I just put it on there yesterday. I had it on the plastic flowers that I got for her. Somehow I put something on top of her urn, and then I put the picture right by it, and it stayed there. And I was like, how is this picture staying there?
Okay. So that's her. Okay. She's validating that she knows you did that and staying there because it's meant to stay there. Okay. So it's funny that you just did that yesterday and she's bringing that up. That's just a validation that she sees and knows what you're doing. Have you thought about going to like what is that called? Survivors of kids with suicides, like groups that they have, like grief groups for something of that sort?
I kind of, after what was it? I don't even remember the days. I thought about it, and then yesterday or this morning, I was saying I need to go. I need to.
You do. So this is why she's bringing this up. Okay. She's bringing this up because you thought about it, and she wants you to go because it's needed. She wants you to connect with people that are going through the same thing that you are because you're going through this alone. I see you alone all the time, and she says it's not healthy, Mom. It's not living life. And she understands why you're feeling that way, and she understands that you're grieving, but at the same time, she doesn't want her passing to affect you in such a way that you don't live your life anymore. And that's just the person that she was and is. Did you notice on this picture you gave me that it says 1111?
She called her brother for help at 11:11.
Okay.
Well, it was 10. It was 11:10, and then she called him back at 11:11, and the phone just went dead. And he tried calling her back to find out where she was, and she was into the numbers.
Okay. Not only that, but that drew my attention to 1111 when I saw that. So that's just her validating that. Okay. And
wow.
Yeah, because it was so weird because my phone went off. So I didn't see her picture anymore, and I had to turn it back on. When I turned it back on, I saw the 1111 and it drew me in. So I knew there was something about that. So she's just validating. I don't know if you knew that that's
I figured I'd be strong enough that I wouldn't have to go to a group or a counselor.
But it doesn't make you weak. Do you understand?
I always try to be strong for her.
You are being strong, but going to a group doesn't make you weak, honey. It doesn't make you weak. It makes you actually strong to realize that you need to go. Sometimes people do okay on their own and sometimes they don't. This is a loss of your daughter. This is huge. Okay? It will make you stronger, I promise you. And you will be able to connect with people that have gone through the same thing that you have. Okay? Because a lot of times, and she's telling me that you have guilt about this.
I do, because I was at work when it happened.
But not only that, you feel like you should have seen the signs and that you should have done something different.
Well, yeah, I should have. I usually see her before I go to work, and I was running late. And, this wind up happening when I was at work. And
she says, please stop.
I know she's in a better place. She's not hurting anymore.
She's not hurting anymore, but she's saying, please stop. Please stop guilting yourself. Please stop thinking I would have, could have, should have.
How do you do that?
because she says regardless of if you would have been at work, you would have been at home or whatever, she would have done it anyways.
Yeah, she had attempted many times before.
There's nothing that you could have done that would have changed this with her. And so she doesn't want you to place that blame on yourself. She is taking responsibility. Okay? So she wants you to put the responsibility on her because this was her choice and her decision. And it does not mean that she loves you any less. It just means that she simply couldn't handle it.
I know. It's a tough part.
And sometimes when people are sensitive, they can't handle it.
Yeah.
Because this world is very dark.
Yes.
And it takes a lot of strength to keep going. And she was a bright light in a dark world. And I feel the mental stuff was too much for her. She didn't like feeling, I'm sorry, but she felt like she was crazy sometimes, and she didn't like feeling like that.
Yep.
And so she takes it as a release of feeling that way.
I hope she flies high.
And she knew that there was another side. So she wasn't afraid of it.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know if that's because of her attempts before or because she's gifted in that way, but I feel like she knew about the other side. Like, so she wasn't afraid, but it was almost like, I want to be free from this hell I'm living inside my body. Like she couldn't deal with it anymore, you know?
Yeah.
But she doesn't want you to have any guilt with that. I heard I love you so much, Mama. Did she call you Mama?
The memories, I just can't. Okay. I don't know when they're gonna come, but everything's all raw.
That's the grief. So that's fine. I just when she says it to me, she keeps calling you Mama in my mind. Like, I love you, Mama. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Mama. Like, I'm here for you, Mama. Like, you can still talk to her. She'll still be there for you. And I promise you, when it's your time to go, she will be there waiting for you. But
when I feel her urn, I feel like a little static electricity going up my arm.
Okay. Just remember though, that she's all around you. Like, that's just the remnants of her physical body, but her spirit is everywhere with you. She keeps taking me to, I don't know if this is a thought. Like, let me see if I understand this. So there's a couple things that are coming in with your car. I keep getting something with the rear view. So I don't know if there's something hanging from your rear view that signifies her. But then there's also what's coming in is, like, you know how people put those in memory stickers on the back of their car? I keep seeing that.
Oh my God, no. I was looking on Facebook and that came up like 2 days ago. Are you serious? Like an emblem to put in the back window?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
So she's aware that you're doing that and she's okay with it. Whatever you need to do to get through this, she's fine with it. But I don't know what the rear view thing is.
That's where I was going to put in the back window part.
Okay. I mean, it might be that, but it's like, what sometimes people hang things from their rear view. Because I'm getting two different things. I'm getting like something hanging from your rear view that signifies her. I don't know really what it is. And then I'm getting the back, like I said, the memorial that we just talked about. So you validated the memorial, but I don't know what the rear view thing is.
Oh, the mirror?
Yeah, like something hanging from the mirror.
I didn't put anything yet of hers. I mean, I was looking that something on Facebook popped up with a butterfly and it would have her name and stuff, but okay. I didn't.
And there's the other butterfly thing. So
no way.
Yeah, way. I love when they do that. I don't know. Just keep an eye on, maybe you'll find something to hang from your rear view that's of hers. Her necklace, whatever. I don't know. I'm not sure what it is. But definitely the rear view mirror. I mean, the rear view window. So go ahead and get that for her, because obviously she validated it with the butterflies because she's got to have the butterflies there.
Yeah, I had a dragonfly visit me, I think the day of or the day after, and then I was like, what's that? And then the next day it came back and just flew off, and I'm like, you don't see them around here a lot.
Yeah, that's her. Like I said, the butterflies are strong with her, and that's why like everything that you've picked with her has been a butterfly. You think about it, the urn, the memorial, butterflies. Because you know that's her transformation. That's butterflies are a sign of transformation. They're a huge sign of because they turn from a caterpillar into a butterfly.
Yeah, I was like, what kind of sign do I ask her to show me? And if that's too much for me to ask for her.
It's not too much. Nothing is ever too much. Whatever you ask for, she will try to give it to you as a sign. But I have to tell you that signs come in very subtle. Sometimes it's just a memory that pops in your head. Sometimes it's a song that they like to hear. I was just going to say a song because she's playing music. So there's some kind of song that you connect to that she plays for you.
Yeah, she has this stone. She has the stone, but the cheap necklace pot broke, and I was going to get her one, but wasn't able to do the...
I'm wondering if that's why the necklace came up. Because I said it could be a necklace or whatever from your rear view. I wonder if she wants to do that fixed and then hang it from your rear view.
Yeah, I mean, she's got two here, like a... I don't know what kind of stones are, but one... Wow.
Because remember, I just said like a necklace or something that hangs from your rear view?
Yeah, as soon as you said that, I picked these stones with the wire wrapped around them, and I was like, oh, I was supposed to get her a chain for it.
I have one of those. It's like this. Whoops. Is it like this?
It is.
But not the same kind of stone, obviously, but like a stone that's like wrapped like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somewhat clear one, and then
because she was kind of referencing mine because I was trying to understand what you were saying. So yeah, get her a necklace and hang it from the rear view.
Oh, that's tomorrow. We'll go tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. So all these are things that although they may sometimes make you sad, they will also let you know that she's with you. Okay. Also, there's another thing that coming through. This might be way in the future. Have you thought about getting either a necklace or some kind of piece of jewelry or something to put some of her ashes in to wear?
No, I thought that was not good for me to wear a necklace with her ashes.
Okay, but was it a thought at one point? Because there's nothing wrong with it, but like I said, it may be down the line that you might decide you want to do that, but it's coming in like if you want to do that, it's okay to do that. Because I actually have my dogs on now that has it. So that's just coming in for something if you wanted to, because I think if you thought about it, that's why she's mentioning it. That makes sense. And that might be further on down the line. Okay. So did she like flowers? I don't know why. I'm getting like you planting flowers for her when it warms up again or something like that.
Well, she kind of had, a falling star. She had like a Hawaiian kind of pink flower on her Instagram. Her father said she wants to be one with Earth, so I was like, okay, like put her in a field of flowers down by Maricopa or somewhere.
Okay. When you're ready, it was weird because she was just showing me flowers being planted. So I don't really know what that means. If she wants you to plant some rose bushes for her or something like that, but it can again be symbolic for what you're talking about doing.
My mom's name is Rose.
Okay. Is your mom passed as well?
Yes.
Okay. So I think it's more of a validation she's with Rose, but there's a multiple meaning with it with the flowers. Okay. When you're ready, because she doesn't want to push you to anything that you're not ready for. Okay, because that's a hard thing. So she's letting you know she's with your mom, because that's usually what I get for the name Rose too, is I see rose bushes. Just to let you know they're together. Okay?
Yes.
And they're standing there holding hands so that you know that she was the one that greeted her. I have no idea why she's showing me her on a swing. If it's something when she was younger, or if she liked to even swing when she was older, like she had a childlike nature about her, but I keep seeing her swinging. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, how does that fit?
I used to take her and a sister up at the park, right, Nona? And then they both sit on a swing, and she wanted me to push her on a swing. And then she used to have, a race with her sister about getting up on a swing.
Okay, yeah, she was showing me her on a swing set. It was weird. She kind of showed me as an adult, so I was like, "What?"
Oh yeah, she did. Yeah, up till what was it? A few months. We haven't been at the park together.
Okay, and she's still swinging on the swings.
Yep.
Okay, so that was something she liked to do.
Yes.
And that's why that's coming in, because it was weird, because it kind of came in like I'm a child, but I'm still doing it as an adult kind of thing. Like I saw it both. So she wants to tell you. She says, "Thank you for being an amazing mom." She says that you had more patience with me than anybody could even imagine. She says, "I need you to know that I'm thankful for everything you ever did for me, even if I didn't tell you that, even if the times that I gave you a hard time. I need you to know that I love you. And I didn't leave because I didn't love you. And I'm sorry that I left you with this pain." But she's talking about how you guys chose this before you were born to have to go through this. So it was part of both of your paths, although it seems unfair and hard from a spiritual perspective. It wasn't on the other side. And she says that the physical body isn't real, and that one day we all reunite as spirit and home. And that's how she says it. And she's actually standing in a field of flowers now, and she's spinning around in circles like a child would. She's showing me she's completely free. You know how kids and sometimes adult, they spin around and they hold their arms out like this and they're looking up.
Yes.
That's what she's doing. And she's in this field of multicolored flowers, which I tend to get a lot with people on the other side. So I don't know if she ever did that in life, but she's doing it now on the other side in this field of flowers.
Fabulous. I'm
Yep.
glad she's
just
free
wanting to
from
know that she's free. And in that soul bond that you guys have will never break. It's always there. You can always talk to her. do you wear any of her clothes or anything like that? Or have you thought about it? Or where does she's talking about someone wearing her shirt or something like that.
I just put on her sweatshirt the other day, and
It was coming in as like a sweatshirt too, like a hoodie.
yeah, good Lord. The Beatles shirt I had on the other day.
Okay. So that's just her way of knowing that you're doing these things. Okay. That's just
Wow.
validation to let you know that she's with you and she knows. She hangs around you a lot, especially do you like, I don't know, did she like the kitchen a lot or something? It's kind of weird. She like kind of shows me like her hanging out in the kitchen with you. When you're doing whatever. I don't know why the kitchen specifically comes up.
Her brother passed, was it day before yesterday, Nona? Text me that a picture fell off the refrigerator and went on the floor, and it was her and her sister, the picture. And he's like, Mom, the picture just fell off the refrigerator. He texts me. I said, this picture, he said. I said, you didn't. I don't see a picture. He sent it. I said, oh, talk to her. Like, you know, tell her hi.
Yep. Okay, so that's why she's mentioning the kitchen then. She knocked that picture off the refrigerator. Okay.
Yeah, I taught her how to make egg in a hole and stuff, and she make her own egg in a hole when she got hungry. And
okay. All right. So that's just her validating that was her then. Because she kept showing me her in the kitchen. Like making her presence known. She's pretty strong. And I think you'll feel her energy more as your grief gets better. Like the chills and the tingles, that's her. Feeling you're not alone, that's her. And when you do things that represent her or memorialize her, she's also around. She's around in all the important moments. Like she shows me Christmas, like she'll be there for Christmas. So I don't know if that was like a big time for her. Like she really liked Christmas. So I see Christmas lights, a lot of Christmas lights. I don't know if she liked Christmas lights.
Oh, she loved Christmas lights in her room and stuff.
Okay. So, because she shows me Christmas lights, like she really liked the sparkly Christmas lights and all of that. So, she's going to be around. I feel like you're going to hang something on the tree for her. If you put up a tree or anything that you do for Christmas, it's going to contain her. And she still wants you to put up that tree, by the way, because I feel like you're not gonna.
I was like, no Christmas, no Thanksgiving. But then my mind's telling me I got to do Christmas.
Yeah,
I got to put up the tree. I'm just worried about the kitten we got.
I got cats, and I just put up a little tree. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular, okay? But
oh, bless her heart. God bless you, Rachel.
She wants you to put up that tree and put an ornament on there for her.
Oh my goodness. I was thinking of getting an ornament. I'm like, I gotta get something for her.
Yep.
Just for her.
And she says hang a stocking too.
She always goes after the stocking first. She's like, oh, yep. Why do you got so much stuff in here? And I was like, because it's for you, what I thought about for you.
So when you do these things, it's still showing that it helps you because it helps you feel like she's still around. But it also, she understands why you do it. She loves that you do it. Spirit loves when we act like they're still here. And I think that'll help in your grief. If you do things for her, knowing that she's still here to enjoy them just in a different way.
Yeah, I can look at her a different light because she struggled so hard and so bad. And I just wanted to take her pain away.
And she is pain-free now, and she is happy. She says, I met Jesus. And she shows me him and her like shaking his hand and meeting him.
She didn't believe in God.
So
I was hoping if she I was thinking today, I hope she meets him and she falls in love because he's the best.
So see, she is letting you know that she has met him, and you were just wondering that. And so she's like answering questions that you have in your mind before they're even coming up.
Oh, wow.
Because you were wondering that. Now she's like, oh yeah, I met Jesus. You know, yeah, he's cool.
Oh,
He's cool. So,
I say my higher power. I was like,
yeah,
I told her, you just got to believe, try to find it in your heart to believe in your higher power because, you know, that's what you need to do.
She sees it all now. She experiences all now. She's like, Mom, you were right. Like, you were right. It's awesome here. So, you know, she's just letting you know that she's met him and she's okay. And he took her with open arms, and, you know, she needs you to know that. And I hope that will help in your grieving.
It sure is. It's going to do it.
Yes. And she's always there. Okay. She's always there. It's just in a different way. So, like I said, when you do these things for her, it just, that's your way of like saying, yeah, she's still here. But please, 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 please find a group for moms who have lost kids to this kind of thing. I really think it will help you. Even though I feel like this reading has helped you, like I felt a full heaviness on your chest, and I feel like it's lifted a little bit.
Yes.
And so she says, Mom, you're awesome, and I love you so much. And so she's blowing you kisses, and she's gonna go back into the light with Rose now. But I hope that this has helped lift some of your grief today. You feel lighter. You don't feel as heavy with the grief. And that's why I always say, like, readings are so healing. People don't even realize. And I'm so happy that you decided to connect with her today.
I'm so glad I caught you.
I'm so glad you did. Everything is meant for a reason, girl. So I appreciate
I just gotta have patience.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, I'm so glad you stuck around because I know like my readings can run a little long. Do you mind if we clip this and then you can download it and keep it?
Yeah, when I find when I try to clip something, it's only so much of it, only a little bit of it.
If we clip it, because we always clip our readings off the live and put them in their separate reading. If you don't mind, if it's okay, can we clip this reading and post it as its own reading, and then you can download it or rewatch it or whatever you want to do with it?
Where would I get that on YouTube?
It'll be on my once Shazam does the clipping for me because I don't have the capability. She's the technological woman. So she will clip it and I will post it on my YouTube.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, and then you can go to it anytime you want to. You can download it. I don't know if you have like the YouTube thing where you can download it, but as long as I have my YouTube, it'll be there.
I think there's like a share thing or something. I'll look for it.
Like I know if you like pay like the YouTube thing, you can download it. And then I don't know if like they have like a free thing and you can download videos, and I think you still have it after you download it, like even if you were to stop that, just so that you have it. Or there might be a way to like record it or something. I don't know. I think if like we could even maybe, I don't know if she can send it to you. We have to try to figure that out. But it'll be on as long as I have my YouTube, it'll be there. And then, like I said, you can just download it. I think you should be able to download it and keep it. And she can actually open up the link under your email if you give me your email. Put your email. I can put your email in the chat or whatever, and she can send you. You can open up the link under your email. Do you have like a Gmail? Like
Yes, I sent the picture to you.
Okay, so you know how in Gmail they have like is it Google Docs or not Google Docs? It's a Google Drive. So,
I think so.
Okay, so what she'll do is she'll cut off the reading and she can email you this reading. but I'll also post it on my Facebook or on my YouTube if it's okay with you.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome, love. I hope that it has helped you.
And I hope to do another reading with you.
Sounds amazing. Thank you so much for being patient and coming on here tonight.
Well, thank you for
I
you.
love readings like this. She was so good. She did such a good job. She gave you so much validation.
That's my boo.
Yep. And she's strong.
Yes, she is very
She's
strong.
really strong. She's a really strong energy, but at the same time, she came through very calm. But it was like she knew how to show me what she wanted to show me. And she knew the validations that she gave me were going to be the right validations, like stuff that there's no way I could know, but you knew it was her. I love when
Yeah,
you do
I
that.
was wondering if that was going to come through or not.
Yep. And usually when you think it, sometimes it'll come through just to tell you were thinking about it and they knew you were thinking about it. Or like you're saying, like you looked on Facebook for that thing, or you're doing this with the picture, or this fell off. You know what I mean? Like those are things happening in time that she's letting you know, yeah, that was me, or yeah, I knew you were doing that. It's just amazing when Spirit does that. She did a great job.
I'm a believer.
Good.
My cousin told me, believe, Rachel, believe.
Oh, is your name Rachel?
Yes.
Oh, wow. How weird. I always get called Rachel. But it's Rochelle.
Yours, Rochelle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Everybody calls me Rachel, though. My old
and everybody
podcast,
calls me Rochelle.
it's crazy because I have 2 L's and you have 1, but yet they're mixing it up here.
Yes.
So, okay. Love, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
From the bottom of my heart.
Oh, girl, no problem. I'm glad I could do that for you. I'm glad she could do that. I'm just the channeler. I'm just the conduit. She did all
you're the best.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening, sweetheart.
You too. Thank you very much.
Oops, I accidentally cut you off. Sorry. All right. All right, so I think that's it for tonight, right? Yep. Good, because I gotta go let my dogs out. Let me just check up on the chat real quick, see if I missed anything. I love readings like that, though. I do. I really do. They're really you can tell they're healing just as they're getting them. And that's why I say everybody should experience at least one reading in their lifetime. It really does make a difference on everything. I'm trying to go back to here. Let me see. Yes, Deb, I'm glad she called too. Yep, her daughter does want her to go to a support group. Yes, please give your friends readings for Christmas. You can do that, definitely. You can gift readings, definitely, as long as they're open up to it. I mean, I've had skeptics that I've turned, so, I mean, I guess if they're skeptical, as long as they're open to it. Thank you, Jessica. You're very sweet. Yep, another healing reading, Shaw. Lots of goosebumps in that. Definitely. Okay. Reading gave me such peace, and it was beyond obvious my boys are with me, and we all have a soul contract to complete, and my boys, even in their absence, made stronger, and I still have a purpose. Yes, you do. Yes, Shazam. My reading was incredible because it was done through text. It's been healing for my friends and family around me. It's so obvious. My family on the other side was so she could read, her friends and family could read it. That's why I like to do it that way. Resonating with this woman. Yep, you do. You definitely do. Your reading was very strong too, Copper. Like, he came through really good. Thank you. Yes, me and Shazam are a very good team. We do. I'm glad it came up on your feed, Lizzie. So glad. I know it's late night readings. Yeah, I almost started crying too. She was really emotional. It was really emotional. Let's just say. She did need this. Definitely. It will get clipped. Yep, it'll get Shazam, you hear that? Get going on that. No, I'm just kidding. Shazam's been working so hard, poor thing. I put her to work and I don't even pay her. I feel awful. It is the greatest fears. I worry about that all the time with my son, definitely. It is one thing you can't. It's one thing, I don't know. It's just a different loss. Yep. Get one for Christmas. Sounds good, Lizzie. Yep. Yes, healer, definitely. That's why psychic mediums are also healers. We just heal the heart. No reason to be nervous of the spirit plays true colors. Hey, True Colors, can you shoot me your email so that we can send it to okay. So we can send it to Shazam. So when she cuts it, I can give you send you your own private link. So then we're gonna have to make an appointment if you're wanting a private reading. I'll have to slip you in somewhere if you're wanting a private. I'm not gonna be able to do it tonight. That one wiped me out. So yeah, she does all my clips for me. Shazam does. But like I said, we're gonna have to. Yeah. Hope you guys. Whoa, what was that? You can send it to my email. That's fine, and then I'll have it. And then that way Shazam can get you your own private link. And then thank you for letting us clip it. I appreciate that because not only is it wonderful for you, but it also shows people how healing. So basically your daughter's reading is going to be healing to others, and it's going to also, prove that I'm not some fraud. Because I don't know you. I've never met you in my life, and I definitely know her. So that's another reason we like to put it on there. It's kind of like, how Matt Frazier has his readings on his thing and how healing it is to people. Like that's where the idea came from. So your daughter's reading is going to heal others, and that's how I look at it. Thank you. But yeah, open the link for her. Yeah. So she can have access to it. And she'll send me the email and then I'll just shoot it to you. But you need to clip this one like soon, Shazam. No, I'm just kidding. Always give her a hard time. Yeah. Okay, perfect. I actually don't need a picture. Okay, so when you guys send me pictures, just send me of who you want to connect to. Even if you have to crop it, because the other person can kind of throw off the energy. So I like it of just one person that's cropped, and I like to see their eyes. Most recent works best, but I actually don't like it until I ask you for it, because I'll start connecting before I even get to kind of like get into my spiel, which I always try to give first. But that's fine. I'm gonna get with you when I get off here, and we'll set up a time and day. Okay. Sunday is the only day I don't work. I go to my mom's. So yeah. Shazam, do this one first though, because I just really feel this one needs to get out there. So you can do this one first, and then we'll do with the others. Just whenever you can. I know I put you up to a lot. She's working on some videos for me right now with the world events and whatnot. She took time out of her life to. Okay, so I always say please don't use the word dead because they're not. I use the word deceased, but they are very much alive on the other side. So if you're wanting an intuitive guidance reading, we work off of questions. I don't really need a picture. Okay. Sometimes if I'm struggling to connect a picture, but it usually doesn't happen. I usually can just use the questions. So that's all I need is just how I did the intuitive guidance tonight is how I do them. So sound good? But yeah, I don't understand why people call them dead on the other side because they're not, obviously. Energy is always going. Consciousness is always going. It does not die. So I don't even use that word. I hate that word. Just FYI. I always get like weirded out whenever like mediums and stuff use it. I'm like, why are you calling them that? Because they're not. Sound good? So yeah, it'll run off of questions like the other intuitive guidance stuff did tonight on here. It'll just work off questions. You ready? And then Let's see what your donation was. Let's see here. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm glad. I hope it helped you a lot. Okay, so yeah, you'll get it. I do 20 minutes for $40. So it'll be about 20, 30 minutes, something like that. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for spending time with me tonight. I appreciate you guys all being here. I appreciate your love and support. And yeah, make sure you're liking my videos that you watch, so it gets pushed up. But have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I need to go give my crazies some attention. You guys have a good night.